What's going on, everybody? Back with another episode of Live RC Talk, where we hang out, talk RCs, and have a great time. Tonight we have a few topics. We have maybe two topics that we want to touch on tonight. And we're gonna wait for the rest of the fellas get in here, and we're gonna rock out and have a good time. And y'all already know I can't find what I'm looking for. All right, y'all. I can't find my glow. I don't know where my glow. Oh, there. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. I can't start it without this, man. Y'all already know we got that glow. So I'm gonna bring my brother Router Can in. We're gonna wait on the rest of the fellas to come on in, and we're gonna rock out. What they do? What's going on, Router?
What's good, man? We
All right.
outside, but not really.
Yes,
It's been
sir.
raining.
Yes, sir. We outside on the inside. Yes, sir. Our minds is wishing that we could be outside, but we really stuck on the inside. My brother Dion Freeman in the building. We got my brother Caleb Perry in the building. My brother Big Trev in the building. My brother Charles Green in the building. My brother Rodney Darvin in the building. My brother Reeds RC in the building. My brother OG Papa Boy in the building. What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Is that Cali in the house, man? What's going on, man? Y'all wipe your feet before you come into my house. Smash the thumbs up button. It is absolutely positively free. My brother RC Addicts Garage in the building. Hey, man, for all the people who won for me, I haven't sent anything out yet. I will be sending it out tomorrow morning. My wife has been out of town, so I've had the kids, and they've been ripping and running me to death. We had games and practice all last week, so this week they on spring break, so everything good. So I'm gonna get the stuff out. I think I got something for Run 74. I talked to my brother Caleb Perry already, and I got two more things for two other people. But I'm gonna definitely get everything out on tomorrow. Jay Mitch did a great job. He got all his stuff out except for it was two of the MIPs. The people have not spoken up for them yet. So yeah, if you won, man, and you back in the show, man, hit us up, man. Hit us on the email or something, bro. Let us know how to get this stuff to you. But yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. It was a great show. We're gonna follow it up with a great show tonight, man. We wait on the fellas to jump in here. We're gonna ask these questions like, are the RCs becoming too expensive? I posted it online and it got a lot of traffic. Well, not a lot, but a good little bit of traffic of people, coming, with their thoughts and opinions. But we got some more people popped in. Let's see. We got Run 74. We got Mr. Tip. We got Original Man RC. We got Wild RC. We got my brother Rusty RC. We got All Cool Things. Yes, sir. What it do, y'all, man? Smash that thumbs up, man. Wipe your feet before you come into my house. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I got a different approach in regards to the pricing that we'll get into when we get there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna say because I got a lot to say about it too. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like straddling both sides of the fence because I understand, but when you compare it to other things, it's just life right now, man. You used to go in the store and get 5 dozen eggs. Now you just go and get one.
Matt Mass in the building.
Man, my brother Super
Dave.
Dave. What it do? Mm-hmm. Happy Sunday, God.
So in the meantime, Blind Wolf Fury. All right. Blind Wolf.
Fury.
in the meantime, what you think about that Losi truck?
I think it's dope.
Yeah.
I think it's nice, man. I like all the upgrades they did to it. I like the fact that they, you know what I'm saying, they pushing you, they really pushing you to try the stunts. You know what I'm saying? Stunts that you normally wouldn't be able to do with the other one, which it's people that can do those stunts even with the other ones. But it just takes a little bit more stick time. It takes a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, practice or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they kind of try to make it easy, you know what I'm saying, for everybody else. So I mean, I think it's dope, man. I think it's a dope truck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The technology. The technology in it is crazy. I will say that. And it's crazy
Yeah,
because it's really not a whole lot of technology. It's just a receiver.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. It's I like it. I definitely like it. And of course, I'm looking at it from the perspective of just saying remove price from it. Remove price. Just looking at what the truck can do. Yeah, I was impressed. And it does not look like it's gonna break that easy. Like the V1 look like it. I ain't gonna say everybody, but people had issues with it breaking. Oh, this gonna break. That's gonna break. You got to upgrade this. Make sure you put your limited straps on. Do this. Do that before you could really send it and make it do some stuff. But this one, it seems like it's ready to go.
Yeah, it does, man. It seems like it's a nice rig. The thing with it to me is the fact that it's gonna be fun by yourself, but eventually you're gonna want to be around people that's
Yeah,
doing those kind of you know what I'm saying, those kind of everybody is running those kind of trucks. You know what I'm saying? It's not
right,
gonna be fun out there if let's just say you throw a monster truck race, right? And you only got 2 of those out there, and everybody else just got a Outcast 6S because
right,
it's really technically a stunt. It's a monster truck.
right.
It's not gonna be as fun as if you know what I'm saying. You do an event and you got 30 of those solid axle kind of
Mhm.
monster trucks out there, and y'all are doing your little freestyle and everybody jumping and you're doing some
Right.
little light racing and that kind of stuff. It's a truck that I would see if I get. I mean, if I were to get it, I feel like I would enjoy it. But after I've learned how to do the wheelie and the stoppies and the 2-wheel, the bicycling or whatever they call it. I feel like after I master that, it'll just be a truck that sits.
Yeah. But you know where we would enjoy it the most? Perry, Gainesville. That's where we will have the biggest fun because we're gonna be interacting with the crowd. And then we do them shows, and then it's like you say, it's gonna sit up on the shelf for the rest of the year. And then when it's time to re-up on the show again, we're gonna bring it right back out.
Yeah, but that to me that's kind of like, does that will that supersede Outcast 6S?
No, because it's way different. Like
But if we were doing actual events for solid axle monster trucks, it definitely would. You see what I'm saying? Like if we let's just say the way that we race, let's just say we throw in 5 months we throw 4 races, 4 regular races with the 8th scales and 5th scales and all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
If within them 5 months we can squeeze in 3 solid axle monster truck races, that would be dope. Like I feel like if we would throw a solid axle monster truck race, I would enjoy that more than I would enjoy the monster truck at Perry.
I don't think so because you're gonna get tired of it quick.
No, see, but here's the difference though. You actually competing. Me, I like to compete, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
always gonna have more fun competing than any other thing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's competing supersedes everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said for me, if like that's just like saying the lowrider scene. If we was in California and we had all those lowrider meets, we would definitely have 3, 4, 5 different lowriders because we go to the meets, we go and we compete against other people. We trying to bring our stuff out against other people. And to me, like I said, to me, they're just like, okay, going out to bash, me and
Mm-hmm.
you going up to Rex Park and bash.
Right.
I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But if me, you, Sir Thizzle Howard said all the misfits, all the NHRL guys go out and race, I'm gonna have more fun with that race.
Yeah. No, I get that. I definitely get that. Definitely get that. I just don't think it would be. I don't think enough people would get it to have that many events. Not not 3 to 5, maybe 3 pushing it.
And that's the reason, why I feel about it. Like it is a dope truck, but it's gonna be something that once I master it for doing all the tricks with it, It's just gonna be a truck that's just sitting there.
Yeah, because kind of something that you said earlier, the guys who are into monster trucks, they can already do all the tricks. They good with the tricks. We the ones who need to learn the tricks. Because I think I've had one in my time at RC, and I didn't do no tricks with it. Yeah.
I had two. I had the LMT, the Gravedigger, and then I had the Kyosho USA 1, and I even put dual motors in it. I had dual motors and dual ESCs in there. I never ran it with the dual motors and dual ESCs because remember we had got with old boy,
right?
And we were supposed to did that event, but it kept raining us out, and it's like after that, them trucks set for another year just sitting. So it was like, man, you know what? I can use that money to dump that money into something else. So that's what I did.
That's true.
He said, blind Woo. He says, do Armor got anything new, fellas? Yeah, they just came out with the 556 brush type in the what was it?
Yeah,
I don't think Armor gonna wow us this year, bro. I think Armor is in the process of just redoing everything, and bringing it back up to par. Like I do think we're gonna get a Typhon 6S refresh because that V5 been out for about 3 years. So I think we're gonna get the Typhon refresh. I think we're gonna get the Mojave refresh,
and a new infraction,
and probably a refreshed infraction. And I think that's gonna be all we're gonna get this year. Is gonna just be refreshed. It's not gonna be something where we like, oh hell yeah, that's something new. I think they try to get all of their stables in the clipless bodies and get that new ESC and motor into those cars.
Old school racer in the building.
Old school, what's going on? Jose Robinson in the building. What's going on? My brother Kilowatt in the building. What's up, Kilowatt, man? How you doing, brother? So what's up, fellas? Everything's getting expensive. The hustle for the money must never stop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna talk about it in a little while, Kilowatt. Just waiting on a couple more of the brothers to jump in. We're gonna talk about it, bro. We definitely gonna talk about it. Like I said, I kind of straddle both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? I feel where everybody is coming from, but then again, I understand, you know what I'm saying, what's what. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Let me see. Well said. Okay. Here go my brother Jay Mitch in the building. What it do, bro?
You, what up?
What's going on, man? How was your RC weekend, my brother?
It was sort of non-existent, man. The weather was real suspect.
Hey, you right along with us, baby. Join the fun, join the gang, bro. Join the gang, bro.
Yeah, the weather was not cooperative. It was a little too cold, and it was a little like too much rain. It was like no sun. You know what I mean? So kept it in the house, man. Just kept it in the house.
Y'all should be getting rid of that cold in a minute, right?
Man, it's weird weather here, man. Like we had an 80-degree day, we had a couple 70-degree days, and now we got 45 tomorrow and 45 the day after that. Then we hit 50 on Wednesday. Then it's gonna be rain. This is a sucky week. Wednesday through, like, I think they're saying Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday rain here next week. So I mean, it's a wrap.
Yeah, we got today and we got tomorrow. Supposed to rain today and tomorrow, and then we should be clear for the rest of the week. Blind Woo say cream, yes sir. Cash rules everything around me. Please believe it, brother. Matt Maz, what Matt Maz said.
He said the Losi is nice, but not $750 plus tax. Same with the Losi price Traxxas. It's very cool, but my DB. Oh, he talking about the Traxxas sand truck. He says DBXLE, I kill it. Huh. That's funny. UDRC said, "What's up, everybody? Smash that thumbs up. Thanks, fellas, again for the Typhon. Lots of rain on his side. Can't wait to rain again. Yes, sir." Junior Ramon in the building. OG Paperboy says, "Once y'all get it cracking, it might drive people to join." I'm gonna come back to that. Radar Lightwave says, "Oh, when the games with?" Nah, we was at the Monster Truck Wars the other weekend. We hit the ramps a few times and whatnot. Super Dave in there. Yeah, Super Dave. You see it.
Dave, what up?
Charlie Mosley. It costs to be the boss. All cool things says maybe it'll be a collector's item or the best rich beginner's large monster truck RC on Earth. Yeah. Dion Freeman says Minis 3.0. Travelers in the building. Steamer Dragon in the building. Tony Tizzle in the building. Oh, you saying do y'all think a refresh on the Big Rock 6S? I don't think so.
Oh yeah, the Big Rock 6X, it got half of the clipless body already. So I think it's gonna be a minute before we see the refresh on that. But cars like the Mojave, we haven't seen a refresh period on that. And cars like the Typhon.
Oh, Matt Masters bringing up a good point. He said, "You think the trucks are money? Wait till you see us get smoked on the LiPo game." Ooh.
RC Ghost, what it do, bro?
What up, RC Ghost?
Was cracking. Joe in the building.
Joe, what it do?
He said he just got the TLR Typhon last week. Would you guys get a V6 Typhon if they drop one? If y'all were me, I wouldn't. Not if you got that TLR Typhon, I wouldn't. Unless you just want to beat on it. Now, if you want to Typhon to beat, then yeah.
And that's why I would get it. I would get it strictly because of those new hubs. They're gonna update the chassis braces. They're gonna change the motor mount up a little bit. Yeah, they're gonna give you the clipless body. And then they're gonna give you those good electronics. So I would get one. Go ahead.
New servo.
Yeah, that new servo.
See if they're gonna put that new. See what radio they're gonna put in there. Wing gonna be a new wing mount design. Might be a new tire design. They could do a lot. Maybe they switch it on us and do an EXB Typhon V6.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ways to go with it. If you're a Typhon guy, though, why not?
I definitely would be in for it because that's gonna be that's always the best priced 6S rig.
Yeah,
Typhon. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely grab one. And it's crazy because the video tomorrow, I just did some. Y'all will see the video tomorrow, but I still would get the V6 Typhon with all the new shit on it.
I mean, but buggies is like the easiest things to buy. That might be my only thing. If you just got the 3S Typhon, you went and got the Traxxas Jado, you might have went and bought Team Corrali, you might have went and bought a Habal. I mean, you might have went and bought all kind of buggies. If you got like 17 buggies on the shelf and 2 of them's already Typhons, you might be like, maybe I'll upgrade this older Typhon. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah. Well, I got a Basher Typhon, I got a TLR Typhon, I got the Jado, and I got a
223.
You got a
I got a 224. But I still would get the new Typhon because I know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a monster.
So I'm mad they came out with the brush Typhons, but they got that yellow and red body, and I just keep thinking about that yellow and red body. I might need that in my life, man. That yellow and red body is calling.
Yeah, it does. It kind of reminds you of some what it name is? Iron Man.
Yeah. That's up. Or if you a fan of Ronald McDonald, you know what I mean?
And you know what's crazy though, bro? What's crazy though? My brother Radican did me a body back in the day that was a Typhon body with the same color code, bro. The same color, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's
Rattle,
bro. I called him. I called him with the idea. I said, bro, I want the armor. I want the Iron Man theme on my Typhon. He did it he didn't put the face on there, but he painted it with the yellow and the burgundy, bro. I promise you.
Rattle, you getting residuals? Like, what you doing, man? You undercover armor? You working undercover on the live group chat for armor? What you doing?
sometimes I feel like Rockwell. They always watching me. Man,
that
it's
is
like
crazy.
tapped in.
All right, man. Well, you know what? We're gonna catch the rest. Let's catch the rest of these comments. We don't stop till you get them all rattled, and then we're gonna go ahead and start. Me, you, and Jay Mitch. We can rock out on it.
Yo, can I make one announcement though before we go crazy, man?
Do you think?
Can y'all believe that somebody ain't get at me about one of these prizes from last week?
I already said it, bro. You late. I said that. I said that. It's a couple of people that still haven't. Like I got one too that they haven't said anything, bro.
So we might have to maybe we call it in an hour, maybe we come up with some questions or something. Maybe you come up with one question, I'll come up with one question. Whoever first in the chat to get it right, they're gonna get a gift. They just going to pay the shipping. What you think about that?
Hey, I'm cool with that, bro.
All right. So yeah, we call it maybe like around, I don't know, maybe like 10:45, something like that. We do some impromptu giveaways, 2 things. So we go from there. But y'all 2 people, y'all know who y'all are. Hit us up. I don't want to put y'all name out there. I don't be like, yo, they talking shit about us. I don't know. Gap, did you put somebody's name out there who didn't get back to you?
Nah, I didn't. I just said they didn't get the person who won the Promoto wheels. He never got back to me. So
I got them Power Hobby wheels, the Power Hobby 1817 on road wheels.
So you know what? I meant to send you my info, Jay Mitch.
Oh, that was you?
Godly.
He cheated, bro. He cheated.
That's crazy.
I'll send it to you.
we got 75 people in here, man. Smash the thumbs up. Wipe your feet before you come into my house, man. We got 75 people. We should at least have 70 likes, 70 thumbs up, man. Smash the thumbs up. Go ahead.
I see Aaron. Aaron is in here. Yo, it was nice meeting you, Aaron. We had a good long chat. You know, when you get up with the YouTube brother, I mean with the RC brothers, it's going to be, you think it's gonna be a 5-minute meet, but we out there 2 hours talking about shit, man. We shopping a little bit, we talking. So it was great meeting you, Aaron. We're gonna get up and definitely get out and get a run, man, at some point, for sure.
Yes, sir. He sent me the photos of his little girl playing with it, bro. I'm gonna share them in a little bit.
Yeah, he said he ain't want them Jones public though. He did tell me he ain't
want
them
okay.
So we ain't going. That's why he's like share with the group of fellas, but he ain't want nobody, people, protective of their daughters, man. But she looked like she definitely enjoyed it, so I'm happy for y'all. So my fault. I'm gonna stop cutting y'all off and let y'all do what y'all doing. My bad.
You good.
Nice. Matt says, talking to Gap, says, I knew you had to have one. I'm gonna try to get one through the shop. It's a lot cheaper. There it is. Then All Cool Thing says the Big Rock 6S was like the prototype for the new type bodies for Armor. Arlo in the building was cracking.
Arlo, what's going on? Where you been, bro? It's been a long time, my brother.
The Hood Counselor in the building.
What they do, Hood?
Val Caluta. I'm bad with people's names, so Val, if I killed your name, my bad.
UVK from now on, Val. UVK.
Yeah,
I don't know.
OVK, what it do, OVK? We appreciate it, brother. We appreciate it.
Welcome to the chat, brother. Welcome to the chat. Travel says, when are we getting the new Traxxas video Gap?
It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute. Go ahead, keep going.
Rusty saying we need a new Italian with a new Spectrum system.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Oh, Matt says, even Gap, you're gonna be running Z's. I hope that don't happen with them batteries though. But I thought lipos was made here. Ain't lipos made in America?
No.
There's 3 companies in America that make lipos? No. Oh boy.
It's called China Hobby Line. It ain't called America Hobby Line.
I know about that, but I really thought it was a company here that actually made them.
No, there are like SMC. What's the other one?
Yeah. But see, they all come from the same 3 factories though. But I don't think that the factories might not be here, bro. But they all come from the same 3.
RC Addict says, so what's up with all the Typhons out now?
We don't know, bro. We wondering the same thing. So Typhon 6 be next. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Brooklyn 718 in the building.
What's up, Brooklyn?
Trishawn Walker says, yo, my brothers was good. This shit making my people's YouTube. Oh, I guess he's talking to you, Jay Mitch. Not lying. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he said he took his ADAS Outcast out. All right, you talk to them. The Bob Ross of RC. Hey, I take it. I take it. What's up? Okay, saying what's good. Oh, talking to Jay Mitch. Charlie Mosley asking, any of y'all got the XRT? I like how it looks. Yeah, I got XRT.
We got the XRT. It's a dope car, man.
Yeah, it's a good one. Original man talking about spin the wheel. I'm gonna need that. Timbo in the building.
Timbo.
Oh, Aaron says him and his daughter had a blast running the Mojave today.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trishan is asking about the 8S Outcast. What y'all think about my 1.5 gears, pros and cons?
I can't think of no cons besides the cost. But the pros, I mean, it's definitely nice to have, man. It's definitely nice add on. But I mean, you really won't notice a difference. I think they wear a little bit better, a little bit more durable than normal Mod 1 gears. But I mean, I really don't think there's a big,
Nah, it's really not. It's they louder. They're definitely louder. You'll sound like it'll sound like your mesh ain't right. It'll sound like your mesh ain't right. But they ain't really much of a difference. Like Jamie said, they definitely are a little bit more durable. They're not gonna break as easy, but I mean, it really won't make a difference. It's not gonna make your performance better. No.
Mm-hmm. Chris Miller in the building, Champion Care Car in the building.
What up, champ? What up, Chris?
Aaron Wallace in the building. Joe was asking, or you said, like I said, I'm not a big basher, but I love buggies. I got the TLR Typhoon 3S, the Radix 4, and the Nasuga. Plus, I just got that DBXL that reminds somewhat of a big buggy. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, it is though. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what they were saying. RC Ghost
buggy. Yeah.
Yeah, the DBXLE. RC Ghost. Oh, he said he had a beautiful Sunday. Let's pop out. Ha!
Nice.
We did not. Oh, Big Trail says the lithium is all outsourced.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we don't want that to hurt. That's gonna hurt. Aaron says that 665 Typhoon look pretty cool. Man, it's a great way for someone to get into the hobby. And the truck's completely ready for a brushless drop in. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's dope. Oh, man says all the lipos are overseas with stickers. He laughing. Deep Voice says, what's up, y'all? He's saying what's up to the group.
What up, Deep Voice?
What up, Deep Voice?
All right, VK, we appreciate it. Hey, yeah, we don't like messing up people's name. Aaron, what's the deal with the new slipper clutch center diff joint? Yeah, they all come with center diffs now.
Yeah, center diff is good, so it's a nice look.
D-Boy says, did I see his Iron Man paint job on the fire team from a while back? Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that's dope work, sir. Dope work. Super Dave in the building and in the building.
What it do, Super Dave?
What's happening?
What's cracking? All right. So the important part of the day's subject matter.
All right, so let's get it going, man. We got 77 people in the building. Wipe your feet before you come into my house. Smash the thumbs up button. It is absolutely positively free. So, all right, so I'm gonna ask you guys. I want y'all honest opinions. I want a deep dive in opinion too. I don't want no, yeah, they are. No, they're not. I want some dialogue. Do you guys really think that RCs are just becoming overly expensive?
Since I just got here, I'll go first. How about that?
I think we all thinking on it a little bit too.
Well, I thought about it while I was in transition, but I would say yes and no. Partly because I am a RC enthusiast, so if it's something out there on the market that I want and the price is fairly steep, I would eventually do what I have to do to get it, whether it's, save or trade or just flat out pay for it. But from a consumer perspective, or an average person, I could see where some of these RCs are a little pricey. Some of the ones are a little pricey, but I wanted them, so therefore I made whatever sacrifices I needed to make without breaking the bank. The way that my bank account was set up at that time, I could afford it. So I swung for the fences and purchased it. But an average person probably don't want to spend $400 or $500 on an RC car. You know what I mean? Some of them ain't really that serious. They just see them going fast and be like, "Oh, okay, let me get one of those." Play with it for a month, 2, 6 months. They break some, throw it in the closet, and then it's like, man, I had one, but it broke. They never take the time to repair it or fix it. I run across people like that all the time. I got a family member like that who had some pretty nice cars, but I fixed them for him, and that was that. But yeah, they're a little pricey, man, but that's to be expected.
Yeah,
it's not a cheap hobby.
Yeah,
Your tire, the prime example, tires are a good set of tires will run you $100. That's just average. I mean, we bargain or whatnot, but on average, everything you're gonna get that's decent is about $100 or better.
That's a good point.
Great point.
That's a good point. I know for me, I look at it now from the perspective of me really asking myself, how many times do I think I'm gonna run this car? What is my fun value in this particular car with spending this whatever the dollar amount is, versus you think about, everybody know I love the 7 scales. So, before the price hike with the 7 scales, it was like, shoot, I definitely get another one. And I wouldn't mind it sitting on the shelf or, tweaking it a little bit, throw another system in there and go from there. But now I'm really evaluating like, okay, what's in my collection now? How many times do I think I'm really going to run it? And what's going to be the fun factor for me? If it check all the boxes for me, then cool. Going to put that little bread aside and make it happen. But if it don't check the boxes, that bad boy sit there. And, unless I come across a great deal. But as far as them being outpriced, they high. They are high. But I believe you're going to pay for what you want. Whatever the ticket is, you're going to pay for what you want. Because if you think about everybody that's on this panel, when we first get, I speak for me. When I first got into the hobby, my first hobby grade car was $200. And I thought that was a lot of money. Now, if I come across a brand new car in a box, brushless, that can move around nice for $200, I want it. I'm snatching it up because I think it's a great deal. So, it's that perspective. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Well, I think just expanding on what you're saying. I'm not giving my opinion yet, but just expanding on what you're saying. I think sometimes people, they want stuff and they want the quality to be A1, right? They want to have A1 quality, but they want to pay cheap price for it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody is going to make an RC that's going to be unbreakable. All RCs are going to have problems. They design, your real car is designed to have problems so they can get more money out of you. That's just what it is. I don't give a damn if you got a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It's going to break. You see what I'm saying? And they don't make some of that stuff with the most high dollar stuff on it. It has the name that makes people pay for it. But it all boils back to, like you said, and like everyone has said, if you want to do it, if you want to do something. It's not really many hobbies out here that's cheap when you really look at it. How many hobbies can you have that's cheap?
Mm-hmm.
Answer me that question.
Stamp collecting.
And that ain't
cheap. That ain't cheap either.
Yes, sir. Some of them stamps. Bro. Yes,
Boy,
sir.
you can start off with the cheap ones though, or all right, rock collecting. You go and pick rocks. Skipping rocks across the lake.
Look, the unfun stuff is cheap. The fun stuff is expensive.
I don't know. Crocheting is kind of, you know what I mean. Crocheting is kind of.
I don't even know what that is, bro. So no response from me for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's expensive, man. But it's people got to get paid. The people who develop these new products, the people who are actually in the factories putting their hands on it. There's a lot of people that got to get paid. The cost of living is higher. Tariffs is real. Licensing is real. Like before we actually pay for the car, there's probably like 10 levels of people that got to get paid. You know what I mean? And we got to account for some of those people. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yes, it's getting more expensive. Eggs are expensive. Everything's getting expensive. But the cost of living is going higher. You know, I remember when I was younger, when you got a job, if you was making 30 G's a year, you was one of them ones. That was like the key number. Maybe back in high school, maybe in the early 2000s, late 90s. If you was making 30, 35,000, you had you a nice little Honda Accord and you wasn't living in your mom's basement, you was that one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. 30 G's, they're making 30 G's working at Target part-time now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Chick-fil-A.
Yep, Chick-fil-A. And they don't, and you know what? Chick-fil-A, they slacking because they don't even say what they used to say at the end. My pleasure. They don't even say that. They be like, all right, yo. I'll be like, damn, what happened to my pleasure? Like the my pleasure people upgrading now, they working in, you know, and like Eddie V's corporate. Yeah. So yeah, it is getting expensive, but like everybody else said, you want it, you gonna get it. You gotta pay the cost to be in this hobby, and it's gonna cost more as long as we want more. If we keep on demanding new Typhons and new Creighton 8S's, they gonna listen, but they like, all right, if they gonna pay for it, we gonna do it. You know what I mean? So when that $1,500 Typhon 8S come out, just spend the money. Shut up, don't bitch about it. You really want it, you gonna spend it. So
and I, you know what? I think that has a lot to do with it too. I think that if it was the car that they been waiting for or the car that they want, the $12, $13, $14, $1,500 wouldn't be that bad. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it's something that they don't want and the price is high, or they don't like that the price is high, and then it's everything is just way, way too high. But my thoughts and opinions about the whole situation is, yes, the stuff is overpriced. It's overpriced. What you get, the parts that you're gonna have to fix, the add-ons that we're gonna do, the fact that most of us gonna gut cars immediately. But at the end of the day, it's a hobby, and if you enjoy it, go for it. If you don't, it's okay. Just don't go for it. It's simple. It's easy. It's your money. You have the right to spend it the way that you want to spend it. But don't be upset with somebody else because they spend the money and they like it. You see what I'm saying?
So how about this?
Prime example. Prime example. This Funko car right here. It's shocking a lot of people. A lot of people is getting the car thinking that it's going to be trash. But if you get in the car to do the same thing that you would do with Outcast or X-Max, it's gonna be trash to you. You're not gonna like it because you don't do what you do with the Outcast and the X-Max with that car. See what I'm saying? You do you have certain cars for certain purposes. You won't go and get a Tamiya hit car that's made for the street to go jump it at the skate park. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that people try to do something different and change the game and try to come with something different, you have to just respect it, and you have to respect their prices. Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
Okay, so check this out. Bottom line is, I could spend what 1,200, 1,700 at the bar, at a strip club, on some clothes, on my car, on my people, my family. I work hard. Why not play hard? I'm too busy doing stuff for everybody else. Why not do me for a minute? So the bullshit is the bullshit. If I want to spend $1,300 on a car for peace of mind, because that's what I'm paying for, because when I play with this little toy, I'm outside minding my business, doing something that I enjoy for myself. That's just like people that like shoes, which we do. You know what I'm saying? We buy shoes. Women, they buy shoes. They buy purses. They go to the spa like weekly, or you know what I'm saying? They get massages, or they go get pampered. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all seen what it costs to get a sew-in? Do y'all really know how much that costs with the Remy? Nah, y'all don't know.
Just to add to it, you don't know what sacrifices people willing to make. Like you might have somebody who says, okay, you know what? I'm not going to eat out this week. I'm not going to go nowhere extra this week. I'm not going to the movies. I'm not going wherever, so I can put this little money to the side. Or you know what? I can work some overtime. I'm going to work an extra 15 hours this week, an extra 15 hours next week. That's going to set my budget right. You just never know. Now, I will say this. I think the pricing is in a space now to where it hurts the stores. I think it does hurt the stores because now the versions of us aren't just walking in the store to buy a car. They slowing down with that. So
we too busy upgrading the ones we got now. That's what I'm doing. I slowed down with the purchase, so I figured I'm gonna upgrade mine.
But thinking about that though, is it because of the prices of the RC cars, or is it because of the prices of everything else? Because just think now. Let's say nothing else went up. Your rent was still just 800 instead of 1,200. You know what I'm saying? You got your car before the little computer crises when they didn't have the chips and all the prices, all the cars went up to $10,000-$20,000 over MSRP. Let's say you got your car before that, so your car note is only 600. When the people who getting cars now, it's 800 to 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say your eggs that you go and get, you would normally get 5 cartons of, but now you only getting 2, but you still could get those 5 because those prices were down.
So to answer that, I think it's like a global sticker shock. If you just look at, like, to address your question, I don't think it's limited to just RC, the sticker shock. But the RC sticker shock is a big deal, simply because it's a priority, but it's not a priority. It's still a hobby. It's still something we do for us to have fun. So you think about it, like you think about when the Funko was coming out, and I'm using that because that's the most recent big car.
That's expensive. That's overpriced.
When you think about it, we was all guessing how much it was gonna be. Oh man, how much you think it's gonna be? A stack, $1,100, $1,200, $1,300. Now then when you legitimately see that it's $1,300, it's like, oh yeah, buddy. Whoo, that's a hit over the head. And that's outside of the stuff that you need to do. That's outside of your groceries or your gas and stuff like that. So I think it's that sticker shock of it to say, man, you know what? They kind of tripping right now. Or you look at a Creighton for what, $650 on the Creighton now? On the 6S Creighton? Just a regular smuggler?
700.
Okay, so on the regular smuggler Creighton, $700.
That's tariffs though.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's still a price that we gotta pay. Like when it's all said and done, we still got to pay it if we want to get it.
So what? I don't mean to cut you off. My bad. But when it comes to price gouging, there's only one company that stands out to me. That always, to me, I think has been too high, and that's Traxxas.
We all
can
can
take
agree.
it back to the sledge, but that thing out, 700 for at the time where everybody was getting truggies for like 550 RTR, 700. That was ridiculous.
It was actually 800, Jay Mitch. It was 750.
No, my fault. You right, 800. I might have paid 700. Shout out to RC Misfits.
Yeah, shout them out too. Shout them out too.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though. The place that's no longer with us. And that is my thing with this Funko. It's 2-wheel drive and it costs more than the X-Max. It's right in between the price of an X-Max and Ultimate. Traxxas, from what I know, is a US company. They paying licensing. That licensing is going to themselves. They're licensing their own cars. Like the technology in it, okay, all right. You had to do this thing with the rear wheel drive. You made these little cool antennas that's not really holding up to bashing. You put an extra servo on some discs in the front, but you got rid of the front drivetrain. So you didn't have to go up that much at all. I personally, I probably would never buy the Funko. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I had to see it in person. I tried to see it in person. They wouldn't take it out the box because they knew they was going to sell it. But I personally feel like the Funko is overpriced. But I feel like that price is going to hold because people going to buy it. Now, if people stop buying it, that's when you're going to start seeing things going to sell. And everybody who paid whatever it is, 6 months from now, we'll see them on sale, for the holidays or whatever they're going to do. I just think specifically, I think it's a cool looking car, but I just think you paying the licensing to yourself. You know what I mean? You made a couple developments, but you just really, I didn't think it had to be that price.
So let me ask you this, Jay Mitch. Let me ask you this then. So is it just the Funko is the only car that's overpriced right now?
I feel like you could justify the other things because of the tariffs. They do come from overseas, and Losi doesn't do their own. They're not licensing out themselves, right? Losi's not licensing out the Losi. They're affiliated with Fox. They're affiliated with a lot of real people, Proline, whoever. Like, they're affiliated with real companies. Not that isn't them. They're not going to put Losi and say we're licensing out Losi. No, you're licensing out Fox, Shocks, and all that shit. Traxxas is licensing their own self. Like that don't say Firestone on it. Ain't no other stickers on it. Ain't no other brands on that damn car but Traxxas. Who they paying licensing to? Ain't no Fox Stocks on there.
They actually playing it to Funko.
Okay,
that's the licensing. Funko has a Traxxas truck.
Exactly.
So Funko runs. So basically, Traxxas sponsors Funko.
Exactly. They paying themselves.
So exactly. So they sponsor Funko. So they still have to pay for that Funko for using Funko's name.
They paying Funko
because
already.
Funko makes the truck, not Traxxas.
But they paying Funko already.
Yeah, and
Funko's already getting paid.
I'm not trying to say what you're saying is wrong. I was just saying. So let me ask you this. So the Kraken Vector at $2,400 is worth it.
Could it be technology is evolving too? Could it be that the type of technology is different in the cars than it was 10, 15 years ago? Let's say 5 years ago. Think about the Losi Pro Moto motorcycle. That technology wasn't existent 5 years ago.
They wasn't doing that.
So, I mean, is it that things are evolving? Look at our controllers, our receivers, and radios now.
Losi, what about Traxxas? Traxxas has been running the same TSM shit forever. They've been running them same servos and selling upgraded servos forever. Just saying.
So here's my question to all of y'all and people watching. If you were a manufacturer and you could set the price, what would you set the price to and why?
I'm gonna set the price to whatever people are willing to pay. And that's what Traxxas is doing. They set the price, and as long as people keep paying it, people keep on paying it, they're gonna keep on producing it.
So then is it too high?
Look at the Traxxas Ultimate, the Max Ultimate. They had them for $1,500. They had to act like it was a sale because nobody was buying them Ultimates for $1,500.
But check the game on it, right? So if I make 100 X Max Ultimates and I price them all out of $1,500, and I sell 5 at $1,500, and then I sell the rest of them for 12 or 13, I'm still winning. Because it really only cost me $85 to make the truck.
And see what we can't do though. See, this is a part of the cop out. This is a part of getting you focused on one thing and you missing everything else. Because we're focusing on Traxxas. We're not focusing on the fact that all the rest of the stuff is going up too. That everything else is up. Everything for what you get, everything is overpriced because you're gutting most of it anyway. Just like even with your Kraton 8 that's going up to $1,049. You're gutting it, so it's still gonna be a higher cost.
Everybody's going up in price.
This new Losi LMT is $750, bro. $750.
But Gat, I feel what you're saying. Everything is higher, but the things that are coming from overseas, those are coming with tariffs. Traxxas is U.S. based. Why are we paying that much?
Because the tariffs is hitting them too. For their parts. Their parts are not made in the United States.
From the US.
Their parts are put together in the US. Their parts are still China parts, bro. Their parts are still coming from over the seas, bro. Yeah, bro. They tariffs hitting them too, bro. Tariffs is hitting them too. It's nothing that's not getting affected by the tariffs right now, bro. Because we damn near make nothing here. We got a couple of places that make some steel. That's it. Everything else, man.
Did the X Max go up on price when the tariffs hit? So I'm calling cap on that. Did the normal X Max go up in price when the tariffs hit?
It hasn't yet, but it's going to go up. Their parts are not made in the United States, J. Mitch. I'm telling you,
let them go up. When the X Max goes up in price, then we could talk about tariffs. When anything else of theirs go up in price, then we could talk about that. Ain't none of these stuff go up in price except for this Funko.
Well, we can't say it went up in price because this the price.
The price always been the price.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Was they paying tariffs before the tariffs hit?
Yeah. Traxxas already had tariffs.
They wasn't paying no tariffs. They wasn't making no thing about it. They wasn't making no thing about it.
Though? Here's one thing that I do respect about Traxxas, right?
Traxxas gonna be Traxxas.
But not even that. You can get all-in everything with them. You ain't got to do a whole bunch of researching for nothing else. If you say, I want to get an X Max and I want my X Max to run today, everything that you need, you can get right then and there on the spot, and everything matches. It's not I don't have to go someplace else to look for batteries. I don't have to do anything extra. All I got to do is plug and play. Yeah, I got to pay. I got to pay now. Don't get me wrong. I got to pay. However, I know that when I get home, I can plug my stuff up, charge my stuff, and everything just gonna work. Well, everything should work like it's supposed to. You know, of course, they got their glitches like anybody else. But overall, I know that I got an all-in-one setup. My battery's gonna work with my truck. My charge is gonna work with my batteries, and I'm good to go.
All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all this before we get into some of the comments. Hey, y'all in the comment section, we're gonna get to y'all comments. Yeah, we a long way behind. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to every single last one of them.
Yeah.
My bad.
we are gonna try to get
Thanks,
to
Jay
some of
Mitch.
y'all. Yeah, try to get to some of y'all. But that's what this is about, bro. They want topics. We giving them topics, bro. We
Yeah.
going. We doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying this, bro. Matter of fact, it's taking a lot longer than what I thought it was gonna take.
Rattle, you want to give your disclaimer? You know the disclaimer.
Yeah. Just so everybody know who watching, whether you watching live right now, or next week, or next month, or whenever you decide to watch this, and we go back and forth, it might get intense, but it ain't really nothing. Because at the end of the day, at 8:05 in the morning, we gonna all be saying good morning, gentlemen. So it ain't nothing. So y'all don't try to pick a side, because we ain't picking sides. We just giving our little opinions about right now. Because at the end of the day, the pricing impacts us all, and
we are the side. We are the side.
We are
Be for real, Rattle.
It's
Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rise.
Hey man, don't start this dude.
It's like keep your phone on silent.
Yeah, man, don't start this dude, bro. Yeah, man. But okay. Get to this question right here, because that's why I left it up on the screen. I wanted to see how y'all felt about what he just said right here.
About the influencers raising the prices by hyping up lower quality RCs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we hit a peak on quality. You know what?
The influencers though, and go to the influencer structure part first, because what do you consider an influencer?
Who are the influencers?
No, don't make them call names. No.
Yeah. You don't have to. No, don't call names. But
who determines who's an influencer?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see.
What determines? Okay.
Because in actuality, everybody who does YouTube really is an influencer. But you got paid influencers who you know what I'm saying, they may not be the same as a normal person who buys all the cars, because I've had people come into my channel and they got on me and saying I'm an influencer, that's why I like the car, but I get paid nothing for all this stuff that I buy. I buy all this stuff out of my own pocket, and my YouTube checks don't be big enough to fund all these cars, bro. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with y'all. A lot of people wouldn't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the person that I would be honest. YouTube does not fund. It's not enough for the stuff that I buy. But some people would say when I get a car and I do a video, if I like the car and they don't like it, or their favorite influencer said the car wasn't that good, then I ain't crap. I'm trash because I'm lying because I like the car.
Hold on.
All my brothers on this, I'm gonna get you. Hold on. Let me finish. Right. All my brothers on this panel, none of them like the Jado. I freaking love the Jado.
You have the Jado.
So does that? But I'm saying, does that make me full of shit because I like the Jado?
I ain't say I didn't like the Jado. I just said it cost too damn much.
But I also think let me get this super chat.
Go ahead.
All right. Shout out to Charles Cooper with the super chat. He got a question for you, Jay. He said he knows that you got some MGM ESCs. He purchased the X3 combo and want to make sure he's wiring it correctly to the receiver. Also, do you need a EX or external battery?
Yeah, you need an external battery, or you need a BEC to line in the BEC. But we usually get around it with an external battery to power the servos. And I use that Hobby Wing. It's like an expensive Hobby Wing BEC.
What you say? Say that again. What kind of BEC?
I use a Castle BEC Pro.
Nah. I thought you were stuttering, Jay Mitch. Did you
No, that's because my man, shout out to my man Rodney Satterfield, that he put me onto the Hobby Wing joint back in the day. So I got a couple of them lingering around.
Just laying now, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, I use the BEC or just use an external battery pack to power the servos and the fans.
Yeah. Appreciate that too, Charles Cooper, man. We appreciate
Damn,
that
yo.
super chat,
Yeah.
bro. We appreciate that super
Yo,
chat.
cut this out the video. When y'all edit this, cut that out.
You know they were gonna call it out, bro. You already know. As soon as you hit it and you hear HW, oh yeah, he on it. Oh, what you say?
You messed it up. What you say? I said, damn it.
He's with it. But so just to go back, a couple of things, right? So a new car will come out. Like let's use the Jado for example. All right, you like the Jado, but you also like the Jado for what the Jado was built to do.
Exactly.
It's not a race buggy to compete against a kit car. It's a buggy to compete against the TLR Typhon or the 6S Typhon, that space of buggies. So if you say you like it and you give your reasoning why, I think a lot of times people will watch a video and be like, oh man, he just saying it because of this. Or he
Because he's an influencer. You getting paid. That's what they thinking. They thinking like, oh, you getting paid to say that.
Right.
The YouTuber that I love. Yeah.
Right. People are assuming the worst. So that's why you saying whatever it is that you're saying versus actually listening to what you're saying and being like, okay, he's saying he like it or it's a beast in this particular space. The buggy space is only so big. And then when you break down the kit versus the basher versus a racer versus this versus that, it's only a small little range that it fits in. So if you say you like it for that range, you know, folks, I don't know, folks be getting mad for some of the.
Yeah, I think people get in their feelings, and I think people feel like what their favorite YouTuber say or does is that's law. You know what I'm saying? It's like law for over the, you know what I'm saying? But me, I'm more of a man's man, bro. I'm a man's man, bro. Men, they have their own opinions and thoughts about things. You can get something, everybody on this panel can get something and drive it and say it's trash. That don't mean that it's trash to me.
Yeah,
but isn't everybody like that? No. Some people are not, because most of the people who hate on some of these cars and stuff like that, they wasn't even gonna get it from the start. They just trying to, in their mind, they're trying to figure out a way to say it's sorry, so it can make it seem like what they have is so much better. You know what I'm saying? So they concoct this story in their mind that it's just not that, because they don't have a mind of their own. They don't have a mind of their own, and that's the difference between being a man and being a man's man, bro. And that is the difference, Rattle. That is the difference. So hold on. We won't wait. We gotta go back. All right.
Wrong button. Go ahead.
What you saying is, let's say that the Funko car, the Funko car coming out, and I take the position of I don't like it because it's trash. It's rear wheel drive. Why would they come out with a rear wheel drive car? Blah blah blah, whatever. Because I've watched 5 other YouTube videos and they said it was trash. And when you do your video, you say you like it, and I come at you like, man, you tripping. You can't possibly like this car. You only like the car because you got it for free. Wow. That's what you're saying.
And Rattle, it doesn't even have to be that everybody said it was trash. It could be that everybody said it was good.
Yeah. It could go either way.
Either way, because everybody say it's good. They think it in their mind that it's trash and they don't like it, because one of their favorite YouTubers went online and said, "Oh man, I'm not gonna get this car. It's trash because of this. Why waste your money on this?" You see what I'm saying? Then voila. In my mind, I'm gonna concoct a story to make that the worst thing ever.
You know what comes to mind when y'all talk about this? When Red Cat started getting good, and everybody was like, F Red Cat. We ain't buying Red Cat. We all got them Red Cats, and we was on them Jones. Then people started turning the tides. But before that, like when that Vigilante first came out, when the R5 came out and it was trash, we had original thoughts to still want it. I still want the R5.
Me too. I still want it to this day.
Even when they discontinued it, I still found a way to, I knew Adam had one down there. I'm gonna get that joint. I'm gonna build it up. I held on to it for a while, and then somebody wanted to give me the money. I got the money for it. But you gotta have your own mind I think that's what Gap is trying to say too. Have your own mind. And I feel like people, a lot of times, Gap, you probably get it too. Well, this other influencer said this about this car, but you said this. But how come they saying this and you saying that? I'm like,
hold on. Let me go back. Because OG, well, who said it?
That's a fact, J. Mitch. That's a fact.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know exactly what you said.
You said
bro.
this. I'm like,
It see me, bro. Me.
Wait.
Go
The
ahead,
definition of the influencer was said earlier. Golly, I can't find
Somebody
it.
that gets paid.
Yeah, somebody who get paid for the cars. That is the definition of being the influencer. Somebody who getting paid for the
I
car.
don't get paid. I don't get paid, bro.
y'all viewers would pay me my little 10 cents a day.
I get paid by who watched the video, not by a company. They're not sending me nothing free. Now I've had a few smaller companies send me stuff for free, and I did the reviews. A lot of the companies I still push, like Game Changer Fans. I feel like the Game Changer fan, he looked out for me, and they're really good products. They're not super expensive, you know what I'm saying, and they work. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean, stuff like that. But as far as just being this super duper influencer, that's not me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I give my honest opinions. I never, if I know I like this car, the Jado prime example, I know the Jado cannot bash with the Typhoon, bro. So I would never fix my lips to say the Jado is a better basher than the Typhoon. No way possible. Not the Typhoon 2S, not the Typhoon 1S, not the Typhoon Grum, not the Typhoon. It's just not a better basher than any of the Typhoons, bro. But
so just to interject right quick, we got another definition. The people who don't get paid on YouTube are called content creators.
There you go.
I'm How about that?
There you go.
How about that?
I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
But yeah, Gap. I think that's what people. Well, first off, me and you have had lots of conversations about cars that's coming out and whether or not we're gonna get the car now or later. And you know, sometimes you'll get it before me, sometimes I get it before you. Sometimes I get a car, you ain't gonna get the car. Sometimes you get the car, I don't get the car, whatever. But that, oh well, such and such said this about it, so I gotta get it, or I feel this way about it. It's like, they can only talk about their own experience with it.
Their own experience, bro.
With the Rampage. I could only talk about my experience with the Rampage. You know, and now my experience with it put me in a particular place with them to be like, yeah, no, I'm not buying no more of their cars until I see something, like see a real improvement. And once I saw that improvement, then we started making some things shake. But it didn't turn me off from them to be like, all they stuff trash, or because such and such said it's trash, I got to say it's trash too. Like I don't understand that. I don't get that.
That's exactly what happens, Rattle. That's exactly what happens, bro. Is they listen to their favorite people, and whatever they say, it's like almost like it's law. You know what I'm saying? And then like the people who, like I said, the people who have it in their head that they're gonna make the car that they want, the car that they have, so much better than the other car. They're gonna find ways to talk bad about the car, and they don't even have the car. And then a lot of people, bro, they get cars and they do the wrong thing with the wrong application, bro. Some cars are not meant to be sent, bro. Every RC car, just because it's expensive, that does not mean that it's for sending, bro. It's not. It's just.
I can't tell you how many speed run guys back in the day used to come up to me and say, "Well, I'm a run a TP 2200 with a 56 tooth pinion and a 12 spur," and I'm sitting there like, "Why are you doing that?
A 12 tooth spur?"
Yeah, I'm like, first of all, we don't even make a spur. Like, I need to know where that spur coming from. I don't even know where that is.
That's something you put on your keychain.
But then it's like, as somebody who kind of understands RCs, not even saying being an influencer or a content creator, trying to explain these things to him. Ted can attest to this. I'll be like, no, start off with like a 20, do like 2038. Well, why are you doing that? I'm like, all right, look, you seen my last video, right? I did 140, whatever. You ain't even done 97 yet. So you can't even talk to me about anything. I'm telling you what to do, and they still go back and forth. But I'll figure if I do this, and and then you know what? It's like, now you got it, bro. You know better than me, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I'm the best, but I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Gats, you know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Rattle, you know, everybody on here know what they're talking about. You telling somebody firsthand experience about things, and they just think they could do something better, and it's like you talking to the wall. You keep telling them, don't do that. Then they, you know, this hobby is beautiful. You could do a lot of things. You could do whatever you want, but some things just defy the law of nature, and you just cannot do that. You're gonna have some issues.
You just can't, and that's what I mean by J-Man when I say every car is not made for everything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even design some of the cars to do certain things. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't. You have to. Now you can go into some of the cars and turn them into what you want them to be, but they're not designed for do. Kyosho cars are not designed to go to the skate park. Not. Their cars are not designed to go. When you open up the chassis, you see two little small rubber chassis braces, plastic chassis braces. They're not made to go to the skate park. Now you can beef it up and take it to the skate park, but it's not made for that. This two-wheel drive right here, this Funko Artist, this whatchamajig right here, they're not made for super sending. They're not sending kind of cars, bro. That's just not what they do. Now, if you go get you a two-wheel drive Stampede, it's made for you to send it. The Vortex and the other one they made two-wheel drive, the Gorgon. Those are jump trucks, bro. They want to be sent. Those are two-wheel drives that you put just a little bit extra juice on there. It can do 9,001 backflips on a 10-foot jump.
I'm gonna say this one thing too. We all know sponsored don't mean you getting something for free. Sponsored mean you just getting a discount, maybe like a 20% discount, if that. Out here,
and there's a price that comes with that sponsorship.
Yeah. And then sponsor also could mean, okay, I'm just gonna let you have access to this, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, if I get 20 of them, I'm gonna make sure I hold you one for this sponsorship. You still paying regular price.
Yeah,
but they just holding it for you so you can have one before it.
We're gonna put your name on it.
Yeah, basically.
Right. We're gonna put your name on it.
You're gonna have one the first day. The day before it's released, you got it. But it's gonna cost you $399.95.
It'll cost you the same thing. You pay the same exact thing that Terrence, who not sponsored, paid for his.
Right.
He just got lucky and came in here the same day you had some available. Exactly, and you was in here to pick yours up.
And you like, damn, my sponsorship don't hold no weight. Damn, he came in and got one just like I did. Jesus Christ. Teddy P, what it do, bro?
I'm much chilling.
Doc in the building. What's cracking?
Doc, what it do, Doc? Oh, man, I got to get y'all thoughts and opinion, too. We ain't done talking about this yet, bro. Are the RC cars too expensive right now? Teddy and Doc. Don't fight for the mic, baby. Don't fight.
What'd you say? I was talking to my lady. What'd you say?
I was saying, do you think that RC cars are becoming to be too expensive?
I mean, everything in the climate is going up at the same time. So if that was the only thing moving in that direction, I would say yes. But everything right now is moving towards that direction, so I can't say that it is. I mean, it's definitely making it more unobtainium for certain select few people that, you know, see new stuff come out and it's just like, I just can't fathom paying that for that. But at the same time, you know, if you want it, you're gonna buy it. This is what it is.
Doc Ski, what you got? All right. So let me ask y'all this while we're waiting on Doc Ski. Okay. So let's just say a new car comes out, right? Let's just say the Typhon, a car that hasn't came out yet. The Typhon 8S comes out, right? And it's built just like the Kraton 8S. They don't put nothing new on it. The only thing new basically is the chassis and the arms. But it's built just like how a normal 6S Typhon would be built, right? and we know with the tariffs, the price of anything new is going to be more than what the price of the older is. So the older 8S Creighton now is when it went from $9.90. First, it went from $8.99 to $9.99. Now it's $11.50. I mean $10.50. I'm sorry, it's $10.50 now. It's $10.50. So with this new Typhon, with all these new parts and new everything, I'm guessing it's probably going to be close to $1,300. Would you
said an 8S Typhon?
Yeah, 8S Typhon.
Okay.
It's gonna be close to $1,300. It's gonna be close. So would you rather get the Typhon, right, and get it for $10.50 and make it be a regular Typhon 8S, or with the same flaws as the 8S Creighton did, which we all know what the flaws are in that truck? Or would you rather get the EXB version, get that one, get the regular one for $10.50 and with the same flaws, or get the EXB version and they put another $400 on there and it's $1,500? What would you rather do? Knowing that you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna snatch that, because you know you're gonna get the 160 amp Spectrum and you're gonna get 1100 kV motor. Would you rather get the EXB, the chunked out one for $15, or would you rather get the regular one for $10.50?
But if I get the EXB, isn't it gonna be just some roller anyway?
Nope.
So I ain't gonna have electronic.
The new EXBs are all gonna be RTRs. It's not gonna be no more rollers. They're gonna be RTRs. That's what make the price go up. That's how they can charge you more, because now we giving you the motor in ESC whether you want it or not. All the new EXBs that been dropped are all RTRs. None of them are rollers anymore.
Man, why you do that?
Go ahead. Hey, y'all quiet, man. What y'all gonna do? Jay Rich, where you at, bro? Open your mouth, bro. Let me know something, bro. What you gonna do? What you gonna get?
Here's my little 2 cents on that. Right? If that's on the I'm definitely gonna get it list, right? I don't know if I would get either one of them, simply because I would say, you know what, I could get an MCD for that. Like, when you really and truly think about it, I'm gonna get a little bit more for that same dollar amount. Now I'm not gonna beat on it, but I would at least know I got me a better quality. Better quality might not be the right way to say that, but I know I would have me another MCD. So that I would probably go into that direction. But that really wasn't your question. So if I had to pick one, I would probably go with the you said 1050?
1050, which is probably gonna be a little bit more than that because it's new. So it's probably gonna be about 1100.
Yeah, I would go with the 1100 one. I wouldn't get the EXB. Because I'm not an EXB driver like that anyway, just out the gate. I don't really run my cars like that.
Anybody else?
I mean, you said that they didn't really change too much on the car. So for me, I'm kind of already in that space when it comes to RC. For me, it has to be something drastically different for me to want to sit here now and shell out any coins for it. Like when the V6s came out, yeah, it's a nice upgrade with some things they did to it, but it's not that much of an improvement for me to have a V5 or a V4 to say, oh, I want to sell this to go buy this now, to go spend $750 just to have a couple new trinkets. So that's the only way I'm buying something. It has to be totally outside the box, something that I want. Other than that, it ain't knocking my socks off. I'm not really checking for it. It's cool and everything, but I'm not the one that's going to be looking for it.
So the reason why I asked this question is because when people see price hacks, they start to look at what's in it, what comes on it, trying to compare it with what comes on and in the other cars. Speaking of, the Funko, speaking of whatever RC, people try to, they want, like I said earlier, they want $1,500 worth of car, but they only want to pay $700 for it. That's just like a Mercedes Benz and a Camry. The Camry is a nice ass car. That Camry Red Line Edition with that red leather, that two-tone white with the black top with the big moon roof in it. with all the bells and whistles, it's a nice ass car, bro. It is a nice ass car until that S550 AMG pull up on the side of it. When that S550 AMG pull up on the side of it, you like, okay.
Growling too.
But at the end of the day, which one of them cars you think is gonna last longer?
The Toyota.
The Toyota.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be able to put more miles on it. It's gonna take less gas. When it breaks, it's gonna be way easier to fix. And this is in this comparison is because it's if you want it, you got to pay, bro. And it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna have all the EXB super duper quadruple diffs that you can jump 30 miles in the air and land it and it won't break. It's not gonna have that, bro. So at some point, we got to get to the point to where we say this is our hobby and this is what we love to do, regardless of the price. All of us love the hobby. If everything went up $200 or $300, $400, we might not get as much more, but we still gonna it's still gonna become something that's gonna come along where we like, oh, I gotta have that for $1,700. I got to have it.
You know what? That the Funko would be an example of that. Like I saw a couple videos of it first, and I was like, that don't look tight, and that price can't be right. But then when I saw it in real life, I was like, oh, I got to move around a little different. I got to see if I can make something shake. Cause I like that car.
Yeah, I mean,
like right now, the LMT. I'm gonna let you get it, Doc. I'm gonna let you get it, Flo, because I know I was waiting for you anyway. I'm finna use you as an example. I don't give a damn if that LMT was $950, bro. Doc gonna get that mug. You know why? Because it's something about that truck that he really, really, really like. The Funko, Doc ain't getting the Funko. Doc gonna wait till the eBay get the rollers and get the Funko. But this LMT could have been $950 and Doc would have got it. That bike, that Losi bike, that first bike could have been $850. I would have bought it. I would have bought it. I ain't.
And you know what's funny? It could have been $10 and I would not have bought it. Yeah, I remember we had that long conversation about that bike.
Rebel wasn't gonna get it worth nothing.
But Doc, go ahead, Doc. You got it, bro.
Well, I've been doing a dive on the Funko, and whether we know it or not, the fire team is a Funko. It's a militarized Funko. Funko been around a long time, and Traxxas think they caught the wave and realized they need to put this vehicle out as an RC because it's getting real big. And they did a good job at it. I've really been thinking about getting the Funko. Just go on and buy it. It's gonna be what a person wants, bro. And the price is gonna be the price. Traxxas make their parts in Taiwan, so they are getting hit with the tariffs also. I mean, I think everything that's getting imported now is getting tariffed. It ain't just certain countries, it's everywhere. And it's gonna affect our hobby the most because nothing we RC with is made in America. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just gonna be like, what do you really want? And yes, I'm getting that LMT because that thing is awesome. We've been asking for new stuff. The Funko and the LMT are like, they're new. They're outside the box. They're different. And that thing is what the hobby needs. And if you don't support it, they're not going to continue to keep bringing new stuff to the hobby. That's about all I got on that.
Look, they're going to go back to giving us a V20 Typhon with a new body on it. It's going to have some pink on it this time instead of that red and gray.
That's the problem too, though. Like, in a certain way, if the companies see that we all going out to purchase everything regardless of the price, like we said before, and nobody is stopping the pit and stopping them, hey, we're gonna boycott your company until you give us something that actually makes sense. They're gonna keep doing it.
But and I get that, but I think they're the people who still buy in spite of, I think that's a small percentage of the people in this space. Simply because look at how well the Groms did.
Yeah, and have y'all actually looked at the comparison of the two vehicles? That thing's the size of a DBXLE.
What?
The Funco's the size of a DBXLE. It's bigger than an X Max and a XRT. The Funco.
No, it's the same. It's the same size.
Yeah, it's the size of a DBXLE.
No. I'm saying it's the same size as the XRT. Like the wheelbase the same.
So I'm like, maybe it is. I seen it compared to a DBXL. They kind of look pretty much the same size, wheelbase, length, all that. I watched one earlier today.
But to your point, right? Or you saying about the Grimes, right? Now, if the Grimes were $550, they're not going to sell that well.
No, okay. So to finish that, so the hobby, the manufacturers are big on letting the hobby grow. They want the hobby to grow. The hobby doesn't grow with us. We don't help the hobby grow. I mean, we help it because we do this type of stuff. But as far as just being like getting a new person into the hobby, that ain't us. Because we consistently look for the next greatest thing. Them Grimes help push the hobby to that growth place. Because think about it. I'm sure you've been out where somebody's like, you running your car. Hey, how much you pay for that car? Oh, no, that's not even how I start. I want one of them. Oh, okay, cool. You know, you can get one. Where can I get one from? Oh, you can get one from XYZ spot. Or you can go online or whatever the case. Then the very third question they ask, how much they cost? And as soon as you tell them, oh yeah, you're gonna spend $500-$600 on this, they whole demeanor change.
Yeah.
They leaving at that point. They don't want to talk to you no more. They finna get in the car, they leaving. But you tell them, oh yeah, you can get this Grom for $130. Yeah, they own it. Oh, it got batteries too. That's the space that these manufacturers are in, because that's going to continue to help them and their bottom line. Them making, you know, a fifth scale, whatever, or the next version of whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, it ain't for us. I mean, it's for us, but they know that we as a collective group not really gonna buy a whole bunch of them. So they focus on trying to get them new folks in the hobby, because that's where they bread and butter gonna be at. Not with us. It ain't with us. Because Teddy, think about it. How many new cars have you purchased in the last 6 months? Oh, he gone. I guess Ralph got it.
Yeah, Ralph might have got it.
Yeah. You know, so I guess we'll wait for him to come back.
He back now. Hold on.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So I heard what you said about how many cars I purchased in the last 6 months, new ones. And certain cars I purchased, I haven't purchased a lot. Like I said, it has to come down to me wanting the car. It has to be something different in a way. But also, to your point, you saying like they're targeting new people entering the hobby. I get that, but also if they were smart, they would have their vehicles at every store, regardless. Every one of them cars should be out there ready to be able to rock and roll when you go to the hobby shop. There should be some fresh packs. Hey, I'm interested in driving this car. Cool, you drive it. So now you step into a ground. Oh, this is cool. So now they say, you know what? Just try it. You know, the DBXL, or try a Vector, or try a Funko, or try a Fire Team. You're not walking out with a ground. It's not going to happen. If you have an opportunity to drive the two, your comparison is now a valid comparison versus I'm getting into a brand new, not knowing what these cars really cost that you're going to build up to anyway. But when you drive those two and see how stable it is, you're like, hold up, this is way different. I'm not buying that little crap.
Right. I agree with that. But isn't that determined by the actual hobby shop?
Huh? He said determined by the hobby shop?
Yeah. Can't the hobby shop?
I mean,
like if you run the hobby shop or you own the shop or whatever, can't you set it up to say, you know what? I'm going to put these 5 cars on display to let people come in and test run them, you know, in the back or whatever, as the owner?
Yeah, they're supposed to, but the thing is, everybody's so greedy that nobody wants to sit here and take the hit on the display car now. As a case in point, what he just went through the other day when he went to the store to try to sit here and see the Funko just outside the box, short of driving it. I'm not driving it. I just want to see it in hand. I don't care about putting batteries in it. I just want to feel the weight of it. I want to look over certain things. I'm not taking it out of the box because once the plastic is going, guess what? It's not new no more.
And you know what? And I was kind. I ain't gonna even cap, bro. I ain't gonna. I'm just gonna be honest, man. I'm an honest dude. I like being honest. I was kind of upset, bro, when Jamie said that the other day, bro. I was upset, dog. I was upset with that. I have never even been to that hobby shop, but I was upset, and I was like, I would never patronize them. Like if when I come up there with y'all and I'd be like, hey man, let's go, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go to some hobby shops. That hobby shop, I wouldn't even want to go. I wouldn't want to patronize them because the display car is a display car. It's supposed to come out of the box. All hobby shops do that to get you, it's like a selling mechanism. Like they think like, okay, well, I'm gonna get the money. The people might not want, they might want to discount on the one that's outside the box, but you don't have to give them a discount on that, because if somebody really wants it, they're gonna buy it regardless of whether it's in the box or out the box, because some people don't do unboxings. We like it in the box sealed because we do unboxings.
Well, also too, like that's the same thing when you go to the car dealership and buy a car. I don't give a damn what car you buying, they got miles on it. So at the end of the day, like you want to do that for something that's a major purchase versus something that's a non-major purchase for having fun, but you're gonna play like that. Oh, I don't want it because get out of here. Take that car out the box and do your thing.
The difference is when you go get that new Benz, a new Lac or whatever, you get to ride that. Nobody looking at your mileage. You get to pull up and valet the keys, and it's a look at me type situation in that. That's why they're willing to do that.
I'm saying though, like something costs $800, say $1,300 for the Funko, right? It's $1,350, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You're telling me now you're not going to purchase it because it's outside the box and I want a discount on it. But somebody then set their ass in this brand new $100,000 car and drove it around and had some test miles on it, drifting and whatever else to make sure everything's working properly. But you're okay with paying full price for it. You're not going to balk about it because the joint got 62 miles on it because they had 16 other people test drive before you.
Done farted up the seats and everything.
Yeah, it's not new no more. That's legit not new no more.
Yeah, it's not. I get where Ralph coming from about when he said about what drives the hobby. I do agree with that. They don't really go after us because we know what we're gonna get. We're gonna spend the money regardless. The newbies is what they go after. The people who coming in trying to they want to go after the people that they trying to gain as customers
and loyal followers.
They got us locked in already. We already customers for life.
I do agree. I agree with his point 100%. But I'm just saying, like, as a manufacturer,
wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Say that one more time, Teddy. You said what?
No, I agree with your take on that 100%. Like, what I'm saying is, like, as these manufacturers, right? They should actually implement that and put the buck down, stop the buck short on that. There's no way that you should send a private investigator to these stores, especially certain stores. They're getting all these major products from you for a discounted price because they sell them a lot. But now you go in as a normal person. I want to see this out the box. No, I'm pulling your stuff. You're not advertising the stuff the way I want you to. You're doing it the way you want to do it to make more money for you, but you're not helping me make the money that I'm giving you the opportunity to make.
Yeah. Now I agree, man, because I feel like, bro, come on, bro. If you selling something, that's like me. If I'm selling something and I got a boatload of them over here, and somebody be like, hey, man, I need to see it before I buy it from you. I'm gonna pull it out the box and let you see it. Now I'm gonna pull it out the box, hoping that you buy it, and if you buy it, I'm gonna let you get the one that we pulled out the box for you. But I'm not gonna not pull it out the box because it ain't gonna sell for new no more. Hell nah, bro. I'm pulling them out, bro. If it's
just about demo bags back in the day, that's how you hook everybody. Like I said, you gotta get a try before you buy.
I will say this: when it comes to a real car, there are certain cars that you don't get to test drive. When you hit that lot and you want to buy XYZ car, they got it. They got it. You're not test driving it.
Yeah, I'm saying you're not test driving it, but somebody did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, no, they didn't test drive the car. They drove it off the dock onto the boat.
All the cars they all get about 10 miles on them before they even get shipped out to the manufacturer, to the dealerships. So somebody running around the test track, they make sure the brakes work, make sure the AC is working, making sure all that, everything's working in the car. So somebody
ain't a real test drive though, Teddy. That ain't, man.
You trying to tell me? You trying to tell me if you sitting there, you just the official test driver or the person that's doing the quality inspection on it, and you got yourself a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Hellcat, whatever, you going to have some fun. You'll come back and wipe the little rubber off the back when you're done talking about, damn, I did a little bit too much with this one.
Yeah, because bro. You let me
I'm
test
trying
it.
to tell you, boy.
I'm trying to see what it get. Don't try to do the
But see,
dash. in that
but
oh,
see,
and
and that's why.
and I'm trying to do the dash in the test drive, bro.
But that's why we don't have them type of job.
Location on we going back to go put new tires on it when I bring it back to the dealership.
That's why we don't work there, because they know they're gonna ask us in the interview, do you have a heavy foot?
Yes.
You look like you got a heavy foot.
Yes.
Yeah, but
That's stupid.
Will you do donuts in this car? Yeah.
yes. But what I'm saying is, like, how can you sit here now and sell a car with a guarantee or a warranty that you haven't really tested? How can you say this car is gonna do 160 miles an hour at any point if you haven't put it to the test? Because I put the last 5 through the test. This joint's a lemon.
Yes.
No, this was a lemon though. We got to make sure that you're not buying the lemon, so that we're not coming back with a bad name on the brand. It's like, listen, you gotta have fun.
Go over to the Nissan dealership and tell them you want to test drive the GTR up there, the 2025 GTR, and you tell me how that turned out.
If they know you got that bread, like if Stradman went in there and said he went to test drive this car, they're gonna let him test drive that car.
If who went in there?
The Stradman or Daily Driven Exotics. Like, it's just who you are. If you're in the community and they know who you are, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want to do. It's just like with us when we go to the hobby shop, right? Like right now, somebody new up the street going into your hobby shop. Hey, let me borrow your charger. He might be like, I don't know where your lipo came from. Not messing with you. Or let me hold this until I left my wallet at home or whatever. I see you tomorrow with it. They let you walk out the door. Right? I'm new coming in there. Hey, I don't know you, bro. Like, go ahead. I'll see you later.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. We both agreeing tonight. What's going on, man?
Oh, yeah, but y'all, we are in rare form, bro. We are in the topics brought some out of us, bro. Hey, man, we are in rare form, bro.
We have diversified our portfolio. That's what that means.
No, I think it's one of those things like, the more times, how people in the group of hobbies or whatever. Now, in the beginning, people are kind of apart, right? So everybody puts their own interjection and thoughts on certain things, and it kind of makes a melting pot, right? So people start having different outlooks on things versus what it was at one point in time. So the more time you gel with people, the more gel that y'all have together, and everything becomes more unison.
Yeah.
Now, everything's still not going to be 100%, but you're going to have, like I said, togetherness more than you have partners.
You still going to be out here picking that other ESC.
For sure. For sure.
You just ain't gonna let it be peace tonight, huh?
Hold on for y'all. Keep going. Hey, bro, ain't no way in hell we got 82. We had 89 people at one point, bro, and we only got 60 thumbs up.
Oh, hell no,
up, man. We'll stop this damn chat right now. We'll cut this thing off right now.
Disrespect.
Wipe your feet before you come into my house, man. You wouldn't come into a man's house out of the mud and keep your shoes on and walk past his mud room right onto his carpet with mud on your feet. Wipe your damn feet, bro. We'll shut this thing down right now, bro. Get the likes up, man. That's ridiculous, bro. Come on, 60 thumbs up. We got 89 people in here. Come on, man. You mean to tell me you got 20 plus moonlighters? Nah, bro. Get the damn thumbs up, man.
Yep. Get them thumbs up. Y'all at work and we keeping y'all up. Y'all supposed to be in bed and y'all up with us. Y'all better get them likes up. Stop playing.
Get on there.
And y'all, let me also apologize too. We too far behind on the comments.
Yeah, we were a long way back.
I'm looking at comments that go all the way back to. Matter of fact, what time did I put this in here?
Oh, we do got something special tonight for y'all though. I'm gonna go over one of my cars, man. We're gonna sit down. I'm gonna move my camera angle. We're gonna shine a light on one of my cars. We're gonna go through it. I'm gonna tell y'all why I put everything on it, what I'm doing, everything. So I'm gonna get set up for that while y'all go ahead and rock out.
Hey, we're gonna call that segment "What's Under the Hood."
Yeah. OG Paperboy say these ungrateful mofos hit the likes. Come on, man. Y'all know we influencers or we content creators. Like, stop playing. Hey. But I'm gonna tell y'all something too, though. Like, just my little take about YouTube is quite comical to me. One, I put them in the category of, I'm not gonna say that, but I find it to be very odd that if you generated $100, you, the individual, only get like 50 just out the gate.
to me, we've just seen somebody get arrested, brought up on their little charges for doing that same thing. Now they called it extortion. I don't see why YouTube ain't getting the same treatment, but that's just my 2 cents.
Right up finna get us kicked off. Right up finna get us kicked off.
Hey.
All the chat just gonna go empty. It's gonna be one person in there watching. They're gonna be the FBI. The CIA gonna be the only people watching.
Nah, man. Hey. Oh, OG Paperboy. Y'all better check in, hit that like before I get Big U on y'all. Interesting. Interesting. Man. Hey, Deion showed a video from IG.
KDRC, what video? He sent me one.
Yeah, I'm thinking he sent one earlier. Wasn't y'all talking about that earlier today?
Yeah, I looked for it. I didn't see it. That's what I needed to. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see here. Message. Okay, yeah. It's on. It's on YouTube. Oh, it's the same. Oh, yeah, that Funko. Let me see if I can.
Some RC news for today.
And yeah, it's on YouTube, Deion Freeman. I'm not gonna be able to show it, bro. They're gonna copyright me. They're gonna copyright. As soon as I play that, they're gonna make this video where it's unmonetized, bro. And I'm gonna have to take it down. I'm gonna have to take the whole video, the whole live stream down. So if you go into it and you screen record it, Deion Freeman, screen record it and like take, screen record it and make sure you hit the screen where all the advertisement can go down, and then send me the clip, then I can play it and we'll be fine. But if I pull it up straight from YouTube, they're gonna flag this video. And this was a good live stream to be flagged.
Coach Monte says it's the outside influencers that ain't stopped and wiped their feet.
The outside influence.
All right, here go a quick news break for RC World. In today's RC News, Teddy and Rattle agreed on at least 2 topics for the day. That is a wonderful thing. We putting that in the box to be checked. Back to you, Gap.
Yeah, man. Just going back, over the the whole topic for the night with the all the RCs becoming too expensive. Like I said, man, I do think that they are expensive, but I think at some point you have to pay to play. If you were, let's just say you were in the gun industry right now, you may can get a really, really good price on the firearm, but you ain't gonna get no really, really good price on good ammo. Good ammo gonna cost. It's gonna cost. So it's gonna turn into an expensive hobby. If you were in the sneaker game right now, they drop a new pair of shoes every couple of days. So in order for you to be able to keep up, you're gonna spend crazy money, even more money than RC money, because you got to think you spending 200 6 times every week on the new stuff. People are not gonna watch your videos to see old stuff, to see stuff that's been out. They're gonna watch the videos to see the latest and greatest. So are the RCs expensive? Are they getting very expensive? Yes, they are. But at the end of the day, it's your choice, and you can choose and pick. You don't have to be like Jay Mitch and just get everything that comes out. You know what I'm saying? You can pick and choose your battles, man. But I will say, be a man's man, bro. Have your own opinion about things. Stick to your opinions. It's okay if you feel like something is not that good. It's okay. But also be willing to try. Be willing to step outside of the box and try different things, man. It's absolutely, positively nothing wrong with that. You will see that when you start doing that, you'll see that some of the things that your favorite YouTuber or the people who you take a lot of advice from said wasn't good, you will find out that it's pretty damn good to you. So, you know what I'm saying, that could be our summary for today. is, man, you know, everything in life right now is expensive. If you want nice things, you got to pay for it. And the same things that you gripe about on one product, no product is going to be built to be perfect and continue to work and continue to you know what I'm saying, be unbreakable or just the best thing ever. Because that's the way these companies make money. They don't make money by just selling you the car or the product. They make money by selling you the other stuff that goes with the product.
And just to add to that, right? A comparison. Remember when the RC8X remote came out? A couple guys was doing latency videos on it. So they doing the video, slow the video down, the super slow motion, this, that, and the third. And oh, this remote is faster than this remote. This remote is slower. But when you actually use the remote, you can't tell. You can't tell. Now, let me also say, I'm not on somebody's track, running my cars on the track either. But for everyday use and doing what I do with it, you can't tell. So get the car. Try it. You might like it. You might love the car.
And don't be mad at someone else for liking something that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because I can guarantee you 60% of the things that you do at home, your wife don't like it. She put up with your ass, but she don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know what I'm saying? If your wife don't like it, of course everybody else don't like it. So it's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Be your own person, man. And don't, just because one person likes something, don't make it the worst thing in the world just because someone else like it. I've had to block a couple of people off of my channel because they just go in so hard because I like something that they don't like, or I like something that their influencer said it's not good. It's a lot, bro. But anyway, man, just rock out, man. Be yourself, man. Do what you do. If you something that you want, and you know what I'm saying, you in a tough situation, push back on some of the other things that you do, and you'll be able to get it, bro. And that's just what it is, man. So now
eat cornflakes. You might just eat flakes.
Yeah. So now we're gonna open up the flow for just the freestyling, whatever. We off the topic tonight. The topic was great. It's taking us about an hour and 20 minutes into the live stream. So that was great. Tonight we will not be doing calls. My brother Big Reg, he does the calls for us, but he wasn't able to come tonight. So we will start next week with 3 callers. We'll let 3 callers call in and you know, say whatever it is they want to say. Don't be on no shenanigans though. We don't want a whole bunch of cussing. We don't want no disrespectful stuff. You know what I'm saying? Call in and say hi. If you have a question, you call in, you can ask your question, and we'll, you know what I'm saying, we'll give it a couple of minutes to be able to answer it. But yeah, man, yeah. So Doc, when you getting this LMT 20?
Yeah, I don't know about 2 of them, but I'm definitely gonna get one.
No, I said 2.0. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting the Funko too. I'm just trying to figure out how to pay for all that.
That's always the tough.
That's all. Just gotta figure out how we gonna pay for it.
So somebody asked me about my Funko earlier when they was gonna see the video. It's gonna be a while, man, because I want to get everything done before I run it. My Funko is gonna be just to go straight. It's gonna be just simply to go straight and fast. That's it. It's not gonna be for turning. It's not gonna be for none of that. It's gonna be for straight drag racing. So I have to get it down to the guy who designed the wheelie bar. So he's gonna get it. It's probably gonna take him about 2 weeks to get it done. I got the motor mount right here. I also have the spur gear, the hardened steel spur gear right here. I got plenty of pinion gears. My tires, I ordered the tires. I took the tires that I had off when I did the unboxing video and put them back on the car that they were originally on. So I got the tires coming, and then I have to order my motor and ESC, which I'm probably gonna go with the Cobra 5 with the 1260 kV. I'm gonna go with that.
What?
I have to order it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm tuning Teddy out right now. So I'm gonna go with that. And like I said, it's gonna take him about 2 weeks to do the Willie bar, and I haven't even given it to him yet. He has some issues, so I was supposed to give it to him yesterday, but he has some issues, so I don't know. Hopefully, one day this week I can meet him. So from that day, I have whatever day that I meet him with the truck, I have 2 weeks to do that. So, but by that time, I have all the parts. My tires will be in, my motor ESC, everything will be ready. So when I get it back from him, all I gotta do is pull out all that stuff, drop the new stuff in, and then I'm gonna do a video. So I would say 3 weeks, you probably see the video. I don't chase the views. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do stuff at my own time. When I first started YouTube, I was really chasing views. So when I would beat myself up to get the stuff and try to get it as early as I could, try to get the video up, try to get it built, try to do this, try to do that, try to do this, and try to do that. But then once you do that, when you beat yourself up, sometimes people don't watch the video. So he's like, okay, well, maybe if I take my time and take a different approach to it, more people will watch the video. And that's how it's been for me lately. Lately, when I take my time and do stuff and do it the right way, I've been getting a lot more views on the videos. And that's what I do this for, man. I do this for you guys. I don't give a damn whether 5 people watch it or 5,000 people watch it. But I would like for 5,000 people to watch every one of the videos that I drop, because that helps me be able to bring more stuff. You know what I'm saying? More stuff. But yeah, about 3 weeks, man, y'all will see the Funko. But when y'all see mine getting down through there, it's gonna be tearing some mud holes in some folks.
So I have a question. This is a technical question. If I got an 8S system in my car, does that mean I can run it on anything up to 8S? So I can do 5S, 7S, 6S?
Some of them.
Depending on manufacturer. If it's Spectrum, no. If it's Castle, yes.
If it's Hobbywing, yes.
Okay.
This depends. Okay. Some of them you can. Some of them you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Castle, you can do everything. Like Hobbywing Max 5, you can't go so low. You can't go down to 2S with a Max 5. It ain't gonna work. I think it gotta be
What?
4. I think it gotta be 4S or more.
4S or more.
It's 3S.
Oh, it's 3S or more. Okay, 3S or more.
Okay.
Deep voice say, "Hey, Gal, what's up with the Veslo? I got it fixed, man. I got it fixed. I ran it the other day, man. I ran it outside in front of my house yesterday. Matter of fact, I was supposed to do a video with it yesterday, but I my wife out of town. It was a lot going on with the kids, so I wasn't able to get it out. But I got it fixed and ready to go. I told Dave to stay the hell away from it. Oh,
Damn.
You stay the hell away from me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, Psycho said Castle told him he voided his warranty on his Mama Monster 8S because he ran it on 2S.
Huh?
Bad race application.
Street Eliminator.
That's because on 2S, you're going to be dealing with way more amps than you would be on the higher cell counts. On 2S, you'd be running 4 or 5 amps. That's easy.
Somebody asked a question earlier. Y'all look at the private chat and y'all decide what y'all want to do with that. Not the one to Teddy, the one above that.
Oh, I already put that up. I put that on the screen already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I left it up there for a while.
Oh, okay.
I left it up there for a while so everybody can see it.
That part.
I don't want to keep talking about that because you know people say, "Oh, see, this is what I be meaning." They did.
Yeah.
When we are shit, we just fact tellers. That's all. That's how we are, man. Some people can't handle the truth. Ain't that what they say? Can you handle the truth? Some people
That's
just
it.
can't handle the truth, bro. That's all.
I got a question.
Mhm.
Do you think 12S has helped the readily accessible 12S ESCs? Do you think that has helped the hobby grow, or do you think that put it back in a regression? Because for me, I got my thoughts on it. I just want to see what y'all think.
Well, I think it helped. I think it helped, but I think it hurt it at this. I mean, hurts at the same time because some people think that they just can put a 12S ESC in something and it's just gonna be instantly go faster. But that's what they do with all things. Like it's a guy who just got into the hobby. He's been in the hobby maybe about 3 months, and he called me all the time with questions. And he some of the stuff just be crazy. Like he took a 3S Typhon and he put 6S. He put a 2050 ESC in there with the same gearing, and he ran it on the same S as the stock. And he was like, but the 3S one is way faster. I was like, bro, you got to understand KVs. You got to understand gearing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you put a 6S on there and you run it on 3S in the 3S system, in the 3S motor ESC is 5 times faster. I was like, because you thinking that because you put a 6S motor and ESC in there that you're gonna automatically go faster. And that's just not how the game works. It does not work that way. You know what I'm saying? It just don't. Like with the argument me and you had earlier, Teddy, about the dude running that that Max 5 in that car. Ain't no telling what gearing. The way his car left, is no telling what the hell he did. Totally wrong, bro. Because none of my cars leave like that.
But that's what I was getting at with it, is the fact that everybody wants the biggest and baddest thing, and the stores ain't gonna care what you buying for real. They just want you to spend some money with them, for the most part. So for me, when I first started, it was nickel metal packs out here. You had to learn how to do the battery treatments for them to get the batteries to heat up and do all that. You had to do stuff with the brush motors and all that stuff. But now using that stuff going forward, it helps me be able to do stuff with smaller voltage stuff that some people can't do, even with bigger voltage stuff. So it's just like, I think everybody should take a step back and stop worrying about having the most cell because you want to, swing a bigger one than somebody else.
But Ted, would you feel that same way though if this new ESC from Castle was a 12S? Because I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just saying because the fact that you're more of a Castle fan than a Hobby Wing fan. Like, what if Castle would have beat Hobby Wing to the game with the 12S ESC first? Would you still feel the same way?
Yeah, because like I said, now you're taking away people's ability to actually use their mind to actually go further in the hobby. Now everything is just going to be, I can jump to this right here because, like I said, it's readily accessible. Because at one point in time, it was a gatekeep. You didn't have Flyer. You didn't have, Hobby Wing giving out 12S ESCs. Everybody was buying like Hobby Wing, MGM and stuff like that, like Hackers and all these crazy expensive stuff. So those doors were closed to a lot of people to sit here and access that because of the price alone. Not to say they didn't have the knowledge, but when you turn around, they can drop an ESC for $500. Now you got Mad Max 20, you got Hobby Wing, you got Flyer, all these things are cheap. So like I said, now that's the scapegoat. It's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go buy the biggest ESC I can buy to do what I need to do. But it's like, okay, I mean that's cool and all, but you're not fully maximizing it. So even if you go buy the biggest one, as we saw, it doesn't mean you're gonna be the baddest dude in the block.
You're right.
But I think though the 12S, I think that space actually helped the hobby because you do have more people who study it more now versus like I think what that video we saw earlier today, I think that's a small percentage of the guys who go on 12S because they just don't know. I think most of the guys who go on 12S actually study it to, ask questions and, hey, what do I need to do to get this? Because I want my car to be able to do X, Y, Z, which I think is a growth thing versus a hindrance thing.
Yeah. And like you stated earlier, Teddy, when you said people really wasn't in that space. You had ZTW, you had Flyer, and you had MGM. A lot of people didn't get wasn't trying to get that stuff because it had a lot of more, just like MGM. I always wanted MGM. Ever since I seen J Mitch first video with that MGM in there, I've always wanted a freaking MGM. But the reason why I didn't get the MGM is because it was so expensive and all the other stuff, the other things that you had to do to be able to run it. And when Hobbywing dropped their 12S plug and play, and you got to remember when they dropped their 12S, it was less than the regular Max 5. The regular Max 5 was $239. The new one, 12S one, was only $219. You know what I'm saying? But to be the devil advocate to that, I do think it did mess a lot of people up because a lot of people feel like now they can just put 12S in the car and it's gonna automatically just be faster than everybody else, which that's not. We all know that that's not true because people can make 8S whoop ass just as much as people can make 12S whoop ass.
Another reason why I was saying it is the fact of you got somebody new in the hobby. I'm scared to give somebody a 2S LiPo to sit here and charge in their house. As in, when I used to work in the hobby shop, I used to stress to them, listen, you can't walk away from this. You can't do this. You can't do that because I don't want to see somebody burn their house down beside, for a hobby. So now you're talking about you have a higher chance of having this happen with more cells. You got more cells to be in balance. You're dealing with a higher amperage load on top of everything on top of it. So like now this comes down to somebody becoming a novice solderer. Okay, cool. I'm gonna solder my ESC together. I'm gonna solder my battery plugs on. Guess what? I shorted it out. Now I got a crazy fire. So that's my biggest thing is that I think that should be something that just like back in the day when you went to go buy model rockets, right? Cool. You had A, B, C, D, E motors, right? To buy a D motor, you had to be a certain age. You had to have certain credentials to be able to do so. So you can't be in the hobby for 2 months and then be like, oh, I'm going to get a 12S setup. Like, no, I don't think you really understand that fully to be sitting here doing that.
I will say Hobbywing has made it safer to do that. Just think about the Wild West days when we had to deal with the flares and the R snakes and even the MGM to some extent. Like MGM was always safe, but it still took a level of understanding the parameters of being able to set it up. But yeah, I don't think 12S is for the faint of heart, right? I don't think you should come in with 12S, and even if you do study it, you can study it, but it still don't matter because you still have to have some firsthand experience to know why you're doing it, besides just so you can say you have the biggest, baddest thing on the block. There has to be a justification. You want your crate in 8S to go 70 miles an hour, yeah, you go 12S. If all you need is like 50, you good with 8 or 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's
yeah, no, I agree with that. I definitely agree with both of them. Yeah, it's not for beginners. 12S is not for a beginner. It's not I'm going from a Rustler to a 5T. It ain't for that.
He said a Rustler. I put 12S in the Rustler.
Yeah, you gonna be upset with yourself. Like, don't do it. But
I would say that goes back to the influencer thing though. Like if everybody is jumping on, a new product comes out, everybody wants to review it because that's the new hot topic. So now you got somebody who doesn't really express that concern to anybody who's new in the hobby. It's just, okay, cool, this is what it is. So now if you look and you see 16 to 20 different people that you follow talking about this ESC, you're like, well, I do have a Rustler, but I would like to have something moving like that. So I'm gonna go buy it.
But then, okay, I get that. But you also, each individual has to be willing to learn too. It's like when I first got into this hobby, I'm watching guys sending their trucks off these big ramps and they doing backflips, and midair they go from a backflip to a front flip and landing it, and and I'm just like, I want to be able to do that.
But it don't take 12S to do that though.
No, you're right. No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying I get what Teddy is saying when it comes to that influence part, because when you watching a video of somebody doing it, you don't know what they had to do in order to do what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you watch somebody triple backflipping a X-Max and nothing ever breaks, you're thinking that's what it does fresh out the box. Until you try it fresh out the box. And next thing you know, you got you a kaleidoscope worth of pieces because you was doing a little too much. But you gotta do your homework. And I think somebody said it earlier, you gotta read.
You gotta start small, man. Nothing is the best teacher than experience. You gotta start small and work your way up. And I'm not meaning you got to start micro, but start with a little 3S, start with a little Rustler, start with something stock. Learn how to control your car before you start throwing crazy S's at it.
Boy, you'll be upset.
Be like, I can't drive. This thing is undrivable.
Like, I used to see it time and time again at the hobby shop, just even with 6S. Like, people come in, I want this car. Like, it's your first one. I don't think you should get that. Like when Infractions came out, it's a dope looking car. It is, but it's not for you. I don't care if it got the limit switch on it. Even at 50%, if you never held the remote in your hand before, it's probably gonna be a little too much. Now you might be a fast learner. You might be able to do that in a little bit, but I get this. No, I'm gonna get this one. All right, cool. And they come back in, like you said, now they got a bag full of parts. What happened?
But I think that's the teacher. The fact that you end up with a bag full of parts is your teacher. Because I ain't gonna lie. The hobby space, the rules and regulations of the hobby space is completely different from anything else. And you're brand new. Let's say you buy something at Walmart. You don't like it, you can take it back. You can't take back that RC car. Most people don't know that in this space. They thinking, I bought this car, I don't like it, I'm gonna take it back. And then when you get back in the store and it's like, I can't return this, one of two things happen. Either you see who they really are and what life they really about, or they just make an adjustment and say, okay, you know what, I'll go ahead and get something else. So go on and let them buy that Infraction. Let them tear it up. Y'all can help them fix it.
But that also goes back to public safety. That's like a menace to society. Somebody's sitting there, you told them to run on 50%. They're going to put the 6S batteries in. You told them to grow with the car. You sold them 2 3S packs with saying, listen, run both of them in there so the car's not unbalanced. Use the jumper plug, run it on 3S, run it on 50% first, get the hang of it. But, it's 2 plugs. I'll plug this one, I'll plug this up. Cool, the car's going faster. I got 100%. Now if somebody's kids down the block playing, they don't really know how to control it. All of a sudden, boom, Pookie got a broken leg.
But that can happen with anybody. And you've done your part by educating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you. But I'm just saying, like, it's still releasing people into the wild to do damage to people or people's property as well. That's why I think it should just be some type of rules on that, man. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, brother CJ say, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Brother CJ say, if more of us read the instruction manual, bro, we'll be better off, bro.
Yes.
You're right about that.
That is a fact.
We got my brother Mr. Mito's in there, man. Catch a few comments right up so I can go and show this copy.
Well, go ahead and do that because we already behind.
We way behind.
He said, "What's up, fellas? The Funko is pressure." Gap and I had a combo about getting one, and I was on the fence. I was on the fence heavy. I'm low key glad I grabbed it. Hey, bro, me too, bro. Me too. It's expensive but worth it. Yes, All right, y'all. So we're gonna get in. Let me pull that comment down so we can right there. All right, man. We're gonna get into the new topic, man. We sharing our RCs, man. Today, y'all can hear me good because I'm far from it. All right. And so today I got my XRT. We're gonna go from the outside to the inside. I'm gonna tell you why and all that good stuff. So these are my favorite. These are the Badland MX 43s. These are my favorite 5th scale wheel and tire package. They're hard. They do balloon a little bit, so you still get pretty good air control. For some of these cars, like this car, they are very, very heavy. So you can damage components if you start trying to send it too much. Me, I don't give a damn. I send mine to the moon just like this, and it does pretty damn good. These are my favorite 5th scale tires. Next up, here's the body. This was a clear body from Traxxas, painted by my brother Rattlecan on Lexan. As y'all see the polo, this Polo Racing Ralph Lauren polo. I'm a big fan of polo. I've been wearing polo since a young lad. I ain't gonna tell you what year because then you would know my age. But that's my polo custom painted body by Rattlecan on Lexan. So we're gonna pop the hood. Oh, and the reason I went with the green on this car, like green, as you see, you know what's that color green, right? We all know the fire extinguishers. I was gonna put the castle in here, but I end up scrapping that idea and went with another idea. But that's why I had got the green on there so it can match the castle stuff that I was gonna put on the inside.
Hoo-wee.
All right, so flipping up the body. I'm
gonna goddamn win this battle.
I went with the GPM. I went with the GPM arms right here, and that's only because the plastic ones, they were getting rubbed by these tires. I don't know, maybe the offset. So I went with the upgraded GPM metal ones. So when it rubbed, it wouldn't put a gouge in it. As you can see, my arm right here has a gouge from the wheels rubbing. I don't know why, but they do rub. So I got the GPMs. I went with the Monsterzilla motor mount from M2C, and that was because it was decently priced. And you know, everybody say M2C is one of the best part makers for the X-Max and a lot of other cars. Mm-hmm. So I went with the M2C motor mount. I also like the way that the way that you meshed it. It was real easy because the screws are actually on the side to get your mesh. The screws are on the side. Some of the older mounts, the screws were on the front, and it was hard as hell to get a really, really good mesh with this M2C motor mount. The screw, like I said, the screws are on the side, so it was easy for me to get a good mesh on it. I kept the Mod 1 gears. I just went hardened steel. Because I was gonna go Mod 1.5, but I didn't want to drop all the way down to a 35 tooth. And most of the Mod 1.5s, they 35 teeth and lower for the X-Max. So I just went with I think I went with the 46, and then I'm running a 27 tooth pin from Saga, and then my spur gear is from Hot Racing. It's the hardened steel spur gear from Hot Racing. All right, moving on. We have the Garage Life RC battery tray straps off in there right there. I know it's going to be kind of hard for y'all to see, but I have the Garage Life RC battery straps. He does great, nice 3D printed parts. I've been rocking with him for a long time. They're very reasonable price, anywhere from $20 to $30. That's about the highest costing 3D printed part that's on his page. So, and I've had him in. I had it in several of the X-Maxes, so I just went with that as well. The Garage Life RC. My ESD mount was a whole combo. It's M2C as well, and is made perfectly for the Max 5 G2. So I was able to screw the Max 5 G2 right down to the ESD mount. So that way I didn't have to use double-sided tape because I knew I was going to be jumping the crap out of this. And sometimes double-sided tape, it tends to come loose sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they tend to come loose. So my ESD mount is Hot Racing as well. And then last but not least, we have I'm gonna go here first. When you run it, this is a 12S truck. When you running 12S, I've seen a lot of people do this. I've seen a few Hobby Wings catch fire because of this reason. When you want to run, if you want to run 8S, it's fine to put the smaller connectors on, to go with the EC5s, the XT90s, and all those smaller connectors. When you run an 8S, it's fine to go with those. When you bump up to 12S, you need to go QS8s or bigger. These are Amazon special QS8s. They came maybe 8 males and 8 females for maybe $25. A lot of people say these connectors are expensive, and they were when they were first getting real popular. They were very expensive, but now not so much. You can get 8 for $20. 4 and 4 for $20. So yes, when you want to run 12S, please get the QS8s are bigger. You can get the 150s, you can get the QS10s, anything bigger than the EC5 and the XT90s. All right, so motor and ESC. This is the Hobbywing Max 5 G2 250 amp ESC, and I'm running the 800 kV Hobbywing G2 motor. I'm running it sensor, as you can see right here. This is my sensor wire. So that what that sensor wire does, it gives you that smooth takeoff, and it gives you that linear power. When you hit the power in, it's just not too crazy. It kind of calms it down for you. Like I said, this is the G2 system. I run this truck only 12S. I don't run 8S. I don't run 6. I don't do nothing but 12. When I pull this truck out, it's just time to have a great time and just go for it. So that's my build for this week. This is my 12S Traxxas XRT. This is a very, very fun truck. You can go crazy with it. It is a chance that you may break some things. I haven't. I've done triple, quadruple backflips with this truck, and it has survived everything. Oh, and I also put the 85X servo in here because the stock servo is just a little too weak, so I went with the 85X servo in here as well. Other than that, everything else is normal. I haven't touched any diff fluids. I haven't touched any shock fluids. The truck is much heavier now. I did have to stiffen my springs up because the truck is much heavier with this combo compared and the 2.6 in back compared to just running 8S. But there it is, man. That is my Traxxas XRT
build of the week.
12S build of the week. So I'm gonna bring the fellas back on. We're gonna rock out for the next few minutes. This is gonna be our new segment to the show. Next week it'll be another one of my other brothers' turn to go, and we're gonna do this every Sunday until we run out of cars, which that's gonna be a lot of Sundays.
You ain't gonna never run out.
700 Sundays, yes.
Right.
We're gonna run out of Sundays before we run out of cars.
Yeah. Sheesh.
My kid done graduated high school or college at that point.
Man.
Like, yeah,
So that's it, man. That's the new segment. What is called, Dave? Or what's under the hood?
Yep. OG Paperboy. Yep, we run boats too.
Mhm.
So for all you Funko lovers, I'll set that right there for you right quick.
Hey, Gap, you've been asked a question. Did you
What?
read the instructions before running 12S?
Nah, I let my brother CJ read it for me. He told me what to do. My brother CJ told me what to do already.
You always need you an expert. But yeah, I like the Funko. Are you gonna put the antennas on there?
I want to, but I think I'm gonna break them.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna break it. See, once I swap that motor and ESC out, I ain't gonna have nowhere to connect it anyway. Because you know it got that Traxxas plug thing on the end. And I don't think it's like that other one when you had that module, like how I did the Max. Remember how I did the Max?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put it to the battery lead. Let me look, because I ain't even check. Hold on, let me look.
There's supposed to be some connectors in there.
Yeah, I said before I lie, let me look. So now, see, yeah, it ain't like that. It's this one is connected. It's going right into the receiver box. Let me see where the hell it's coming from. Yeah, it's going right into the receiver. So I might still can use it. I can just plug it into my receiver.
Yeah.
So I might put them on there. I just want to get it built first, man. I want to get everything on it and in it first.
Makes sense.
So I have a Traxxas motor, 8S ESC, receiver, and remote going for the low. Somebody want to buy it? CQI.
Get ready.
That was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed going through that car, bro. That was pretty dope. Never done that before.
So who gonna do the next bill?
Whoever want to go, don't matter.
Oh, we just do one this week. Yeah, one got for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying today. I'm saying for next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it during the week. There go that Funko, y'all. $1,300. Is it overpriced? You damn right it's overpriced. Did I have to have it? You damn right I did.
How do the brakes hold up?
I ain't ready, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I'll probably end up taking that front thing off of there, bro, because I ain't gonna need it, bro. I ain't doing them going straight. I ain't gonna need them brakes in the front.
Yeah.
And see that's the thing. See, if you take this caliber off, you take this little brake thing off right here, you can fit any wheels on there then.
Gotcha.
It won't be no limit to the wheels. Like with that on there, it's a limit. It's a limit to the wheels, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You take that off right there and don't worry about no brake in the front. And I don't see why people saying that you know what I'm saying, they kind of drive bad, because my Vesla, bro, my Vesla drive good as hell, bro. I'm sorry, it drive good, bro. I don't know whether maybe because I may be a little bit more seasoned in the driving area than other people, but my two-wheel drive good. That's my first two-wheel drive ever, other than a street eliminator.
I think technology has came along where they can engineer these vehicles to drive good now, with how the wheels are designed, all the other little stuff. Cause the Gorgon drives good. You can overpower a Gorgon, slap it on 2S, bro. That joker. I mean, two-wheel drive. It drives real good, straight as an arrow. I think it's engineered to drive straight. It ain't like the old days with the flash two-wheel drive and it just spinning out like crazy. It's engineering. Cause I have drove a couple of two-wheel drives and all of them drive good. Overpowered enough.
I think too, it requires you to adjust to go from all-wheel drive to two-wheel drive, or rear-wheel drive. You can't drive it the same way. You can't take it on the same type of situation and drive it the same exact way. I think a lot of people get that confused, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna just drive it this way because this is what I'm used to," versus making an adjustment before you say it don't drive good. And TMI VRC put in the super chat.
Appreciate that, TMI VRC. Appreciate that, bro.
He's got a question. What's your thoughts on the XRT? I like my XRT.
I love mine too, bro. XRT dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. I like
Yeah,
it.
like
My 12S bill on there.
I say, like, what specifically, like, what do you want to know? Like that's a general question to me. What are your thoughts? Like, it's a good RC, but is there anything particular you are concerned about with it? Like,
with the XRT, what I like about it, bro, is it's like a X-Max truggy, which meaning you can get the performance of an X-Max, but it drives more like a truggy. And that's the one thing that I really, really like the most about the XRT is just the driving, because it drives so good. Like, prime example, the other week I broke out a couple of cars. I got it on video and I was racing some of the other cars and I was struggling. I was struggling to get a win. And then I broke out the XRT, put it on 12S, and the whole day just flip-flopped. I went to winning every goddamn race. You know what I'm saying? Because it drives so well, man. It drives, like, especially when you put the 85X servo in there, man, that car drives really good. It's like neck and neck, especially with 12S in it. It's like neck and neck with the Kraton 8S. We're gonna go over this bill right here, but I can't give y'all all the sauce yet. I see that silver can in there, don't you? See that silver can in there. This is my brother CJ. This is my brother CJ bill right here. I don't see that big silver can in there, do you? You don't really see that motor right there that often. Yes, sir.
Oh, he said he had a EXB. Yeah, he actually did another super chat too. He said he had an 8S EXB. But I think he's saying he liking the XRT more than the Creighton.
You have to. You also have to. The setup of the cars is totally different. That the Creighton right out of the box is going to be faster. It's going to drive a little bit better right out of the box than it will when you do your mods to it. Well, even just right out of the box. To me, the Creighton drives a lot better right out of the box. But when you go to tweaking it and you tweak that XRT, you can get that bad boy handle just as good as the Creighton, bro.
Ooh, so the ultimate question is, so with that being said, Creighton 8S or XRT?
Creighton. What we talking about? Stop playing.
Yeah, if I can only get if I had to choose, I'm getting the Creighton too. And the reason why is because it's less you got to do out of the box. With the Creighton, all you really got to do with the Creighton right out of the box is just put the speed pinion that they give you to come with it. You put the speed pinion on there with that 1100 kV motor with that new servo, and you got ABC on there. You good to go, bro.
Yep.
But I will say though, J. Mitch, if I was getting it just to jump, I would get the XRT first.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and co-sign that with you. Like for the bashability, yeah, I'm gonna go that route too.
So let me ask y'all this, man, before we shut down. I know we close to 12 o'clock. What time it is? Yeah, we got 4 minutes left. Let me ask y'all this. Which typing is this? Is this the V3 or the V2?
V3.
Yeah.
It's the V3. Okay.
Yeah.
V2 was red.
Y'all will see this video tomorrow. Redone the V3 all over.
Nice. V3 is where I actually fell in love with the Typhon, man.
Yep.
That was it. The V2
That's when I
was
got
probably
into
really
that.
dope too, but like I really became a Typhon guy with the V3. I took that shit out the box, and that was all she wrote.
Hey, the vet that just whispered something to me. He said, "Keep Dave and the fire team the hell away from him."
But yeah, the Typhon, that particular Typhon is my first. That was my very first Typhon. I put some foam tires on that bad boy, not really knowing what foams were for. I'm out in the parking lot just punching it. Boy, I killed them little foam tires.
It's crazy, rather, because this Typhon right here was the first Typhon I ever seen before.
Really?
Yep. First one I ever seen before.
Yeah, man. I got mine from Glenn.
Like in person. Let me say that in person.
Yeah.
I seen the videos, but the first one I ever seen in person was that Typhon.
Right. And I had him put some Traxxas connectors on it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he violated all the way, bro.
I might have did the same thing though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because my first cars. So my very first hobby grade RC car was a Rustler, brushed at that, the one that come with the battery and the charger. Then my second one was a Bandit. My third one was a E-Revo. Then I got another E-Revo. So right. So I was in that space. Then I got the Typhon, the Italian, and the Creighton. I'm already in the Traxxas space. So I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I'll just get these Traxxas connectors put on these cars. Because nobody want to fool with these yellow connectors. Man, that was the worst thing I could have done. About a month after that, I went right back to the XT90s.
Hey, at least you didn't go Dean's first.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, at least you wasn't messing with T connectors.
Then the crazy part about it, when I went back to have the XT90s put back on there, you know, I had them take off the Traxxas connectors. And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I could sell these because these are Traxxas. I think I end up throwing them things in the trash.
Yeah. Hey man, it's a learning experience, brother.
Boy, you definitely learn.
TMIVRC with another super chat, bro. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that $5, bro. We appreciate it, bro. He said, not trying to spend too much money. The only thing I can see is the ESC from the XRT was thinking Spectrum. If you're gonna change that ESC, because you can run that motor, you can put the speed gearing in there. That motor will take the speed gearing. You can bash it, bro, and be fine. Especially if you somewhere up north. But yeah, I would say just go with a Mac, either a Mac 6 or a Mamba Monster 8S, a Castle Mamba Monster 8S or a Mac 6, and put those in there, and it'll turn that XRT into a whole nother beast. You'll be surprised, bro, when you just by swapping that ESC and putting that speed gearing in there, you'll be surprised. And also the tires as well. The tires don't offer a lot of traction. They do more sliding than anything. If you go with some tires that's a little bit more aggressive, you will love that drive. It'll be much, much better. So where we at? All right, y'all. We are at 12:01, man. We're gonna say our goodbyes, and we're gonna rock out, man. And we're gonna start off at the bottom with my brother Teddy P.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight on what's the show 101. Hope everybody comes back and spread the word and invite more people so we can have more interesting topics to discuss and have your input to actually feed the conversation as well. Everybody have a good work week, and we'll catch y'all next week.
My brother Super Dave.
Yo, thank y'all for rocking with us. Y'all could have done anything, but y'all rocked it and kicked it with us. Y'all have a great work week. Love on your family. Life is really, really short, man. So appreciate the ones that you got in your life, man. And we'll see y'all next week.
My brother Jay Mitch.
Yo, we were supposed to give away some shit, so I'm gonna just say this: first person that get in my inbox and tell me 2 of these panelists got the almost same name. 2 of them get in the legal government names. 2 of us got the same name. Hit us up and hit me up in the inbox. First person to get at me is gonna get some Power Hobby wheels plus $10 shipping. Y'all got to pay that $10 shipping. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank y'all for sticking with us tonight, man. I hope y'all have a good RC week. We ain't gonna have no good RC week. I can tell y'all that here in PA, it ain't happening. Maybe some tabletop reviews or maybe some unboxings or something. I don't know. But y'all have a good week. Y'all be good now. Peace. Go and y'all be good.
He better say GoPro start recording.
GoPro start recording. Yep.
So used to it.
Yes, yep. Sir. Around 3,000.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. You know, have a great week. If you're in a place that deals with a lot of pollen, go on and put your little mask on, but this pollen is kicking people's ass right now. But other than that, have you some fun. That's it.
All right, y'all, man. We appreciate y'all coming to rock out with us for episode 101. Next Sunday, we will start back. My brother Reg will be back, so we'll have our conversations. We'll have our call-in conversations. Next week, somebody else will be sharing one of their bills, and we will come up with the topic during the week. If any one of y'all have a great topic, y'all can reach out to either one of us on Facebook, Instagram, or even YouTube, and just put a topic in. And if it hits, we'll run it by each other. If it's something that we can play with, we'll make that our topic for that night. But we appreciate everybody, man. If it wasn't for y'all, man, it wouldn't be worth doing it, man. So we appreciate y'all, and y'all already know that we got that glow. We're gonna get at y'all next week. We're gonna holler at y'all.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you don't want us to get off tonight, do it? Hold on. Oh, there it is.